Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! Tuesday in the arena. How everybody feeling today?
Good.
Rejuvenated. Oh, no, I forgot. I'm not.
Rejuvenated, yeah.
No, I'm not in a good place right now.
Not in a good place. I see you rocking the SC gear. We're going to get in to some unfortunate things going on the SC side in just a moment. But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. What it do? Damn.
What's up with the team?
That's the clap Gil getting now?
All right.
The checks must not have
Scattered
cleared.
applause.
Okay.
Check didn't clear.
I've been clapped a lot in my life. I had a
you
arena,
got
20,
the clap.
30,000.
Right, you got the clap a lot of your life.
That was a good one.
Got you back, baby.
That was a good one. I caught you. See how I caught that?
Gil, I'm going to keep it real. I respect it coming through with the Luka jersey today. Still supporting, unwavering.
What's
Okay.
the problem with Luka?
Hey,
Luka been balling.
Luka been doing what he's supposed to do.
He been doing what he's supposed to been doing.
The Lakers, on the other hand, is another story we're going to talk about later in the show. But on this side of the couch, we got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young.
Today's this.
And fresh off his March Madness stint with CBS Sports LA, we got the man known as Cemetery Larry, NCAA champion Rashad McCants back in the arena. See you at what, Morongo? Y'all was everywhere, all over the Southern California area.
He was out there with them little cougars.
Excuse me? Just Larry.
What?
Just, you big
God
time
wants
now.
to steal my glasses. He likes my glasses.
I know Jim Hill, so he already Hall of Fame in my
I don't
book.
know nobody, man.
Okay, I see you in
He
Jim.
know.
finna
man.
bite my swag.
Doing-
Watch.
I don't know
Papa
nobody.
Shot and doing all that.
Finna
I
bite
don't know
my
nothing.
swag.
I don't know nothing. No,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I know. You know what I know.
When Rashad come with these glasses, y'all remember where he saw him first.
We in trouble now. We in trouble now.
And wearing those glasses, we have WNBA champion of the world, Seattle Storm guard Lexi Brown back on the couch. Yeah, we could have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel like Player Society and Duke don't mix.
You
Why
really
not?
went there.
It's a square school.
You really went there.
No, obviously we're cute. Both teams in the Sweet 16, period.
Okay, respect it.
Crazy.
I like it.
We got a lot to discuss today, but for all the fans out there, we still got two viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. Anthony Davis returned to the court to help Dallas stay in the playoff hunt, but did the Mavs make the right decision letting AD come back this season? He's trying to shake the street clothes moniker. Wants to show he's still down the ball, but does it even matter? The Lakers lost their third straight game and second with the squad at full strength. Is the league figuring out how to stop the LA Lucas? And Jimmy Butler makes his return to South Beach for the first time since his trade to the Warriors. What impact has Jimmy Bucket's departure had on Heat culture? We will get into all of that, but before we do, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. As for tonight, Larry has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let's take a look. Okay, see, this is what I respect. 5 picks, trying to get nearly 28 times your bread. You got Mark Williams.
There's some negativity in there? Where?
Mark Williams higher, double-double.
Negativity.
Wait,
Where?
you don't think Jimmy Butler's gonna make 1-3?
No. It ain't about him making them. It's about him not wanting to take them.
You got Cade Cunningham, lower, 44.5
He's not gonna
points,
make
rebounds,
one.
I'm
assists.
going to shoot, too.
He's not.
Jimmy Butler, in his return to South Beach to take on the Heat, you have lower, 0.5
That's
three-pointers, man.
That's crazy, Rashad.
He's going to be in the dunker
No.
half the game.
He's taking
He's
a pull-up
Draymond
three.
Green Jr. now. He's not even supposed to be. He's
Draymond
not even
Green
supposed to be
Jr.
back there. What are you doing back there?
How many
Junior is
threes-
crazy.
What you doing back there? Hey, what you doing back
A couple
there?
threes already.
Get your ass up here. Shoot from up here.
He averaged at least
You know when
2
you
games.
training the kid, you say you can't shoot from. You shoot up here. Shoot from right here.
Seemed like
He back?
a big back in the day.
Yeah, shoot up right here. Don't shoot from up there.
Yeah, Jimmy has averaged less than 1 3-pointer made per game since joining the Warriors, shooting 23% from three
Excuse me.
on 2.3
Back
attempts. So
home.
0.5 made on 2.3 attempts
Jimmy going for
in his 19 games with the Warriors. So, Shai, you might be on to
Might
something
be
there.
on a little something.
You got Karl Anthony Towns, lower, 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Look at that.
Amen Thompson, higher, 24.5 points and rebounds. You can win nearly 28 times your bread if you roll with shots, partner pack. How's everybody else feeling about those picks?
I don't like the Jimmy Butler one. He's gonna make one. I think he's gonna make one.
23%.
So he's back in Miami.
Do you don't think they're going to play extra hard because he there?
Who?
Miami? You don't think Spo going to blitz this man because they know he's going to come out like that?
I don't know what the approach should be. Should they be extra or should they act like they don't?
Who's
Extra.
their defenders?
Jimmy Butler.
Who was their defender on Miami?
Yeah, Hero.
Shut up.
That was it. That was
That's
it.
not gonna work.
Wiggins.
Wiggins gonna have to. It's a head up because Wiggins just had 45 or something.
42.
42, yeah.
So we asked the chat if they are riding or fading with your picks. Got some unfortunate news to report. 59% of the chat fading these picks. They don't want to get their bread right.
It's all right. That's
It's
why
the
they in the chat.
three-pointer.
The Larry partner pack. That is why they are in the chat,
In the chat.
not in the arena.
We coming up on these bets. I assure you, it does not account to the check I get from Underdog.
If you like these picks and want to ride with them, head to the Underdog app. Use promo code Gil. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick 'em. As a reminder, Underdog, and I already see Gil. You got to get off the phone during the show. Underdog launching the Gil's Arena NBA Playoff Best Ball Tournament with a $50,000 prize pool. Draft a team for the entirety of the playoffs, compete against everyone on this couch and the rest of y'all in the chat. First place not only wins $5,000, but we are also flying you out to watch an episode of Gil's Arena live in studio. Tournament live right now. As you can see, Gil has been drafting several teams nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, you telling me not to be on here, then it's gonna give me someone that I know that's not gonna make it out the first round.
Hey.
Like, I mean, it does have Kevin Durant here, and then, like, if I don't pay attention, they're gonna give me him, and then if he don't make the playoffs, I automatically lose that. So
No, don't you get the
no.
next person up?
They'll replay. If he doesn't make it, they'll give you whoever else is available.
Whoever else is available, somebody from what? Orlando, somebody from Atlanta.
I'ma let-
somebody from. I'm cool. Let me.
When we did Dog Bowl, a couple of my picks got booted. They put
Yeah,
Jakob Poeltl in there. He ended up getting the most fantasy points for me. So I'm just letting you know, sometimes it works out in your favor.
No. I know who's gonna make it to the championship and who's gonna make it out the first round.
So we got a link in the chat to the NBA lobby. Find the tournament.
They got
there.
somebody on here, Houston. Why am I picking St. going? I'm sorry.
you don't believe in
you
rockets
making it to
like
the
that?
championship? Nah,
You never
man.
know, Gil.
Nah, no, thank you, man.
Second in the West right now. Shout out to
that's
Underdog
cool.
for making this happen. Whoop, whoop. And as always, we do Mostly Fans at the end of every show. If you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog username and we use it on this program, $50 bonus to your Underdog account if you send us a video at Mostly Fans Gil. And we use that video on this program, $100 bonus to your account. If you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. As a reminder, we are doing our Gillian subscriber giveaway. We are oh so close to reaching a Gillian subs on the Gil's Arena YouTube channel. So yesterday we ended at 991,000. I have some unfortunate news to report. We were only at 992,000 subscribers on the overnight subscribers. Only gained 1,000 more. We need to get those numbers up, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get to 1 million by Thursday. We got a lot of special
Thursday.
things planned for you.
Thursday.
We're trying to help you, but help us help you. Get us to that million. Giving away $1,000 for every 1,000 subscribers we get between 900,000 and 1 million.
Get it.
You got it.
Because I'm going to be celebrating
I
on
earned it.
Friday or Saturday.
We have
Without
already given. We want to celebrate with y'all. We have a very
Oh,
special
yeah,
show
yeah.
planned for you
Okay, I wasn't
Thursday.
here.
As you know, it is Larry's Arena.
Actually, I got that.
So if you want to celebrate with the crew,
It's going to be a celebration.
get there by Thursday.
I got the
There's
fucking
just going to be a
Applebee's
couple of
card.
us doing this
And he
Saturday.
traded me for the arena for the.
Underdog is already giving away $91,000. We will give away at least $1,000 today on this show. Let's get that number up. Please hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get to 1 million. All right, don't make me ask you again. Like I said, we'll give away that 1,000 at the end of the show. But now let's get into it. We got to start with some unfortunate news out of the women's NCAA tournament. USC sophomore sensation, future WNBA #1 pick, Juju Watkins, suffered a torn ACL in the first quarter of the Trojans' win over Mississippi State last night. She will undergo surgery, bringing an end to her illustrious sophomore season. Juju, a Los Angeles native, is widely considered one of the best players in the country, if not the best, and was just 54 points shy of breaking Kelsey Mitchell's all-time record for most points among Division I women over her first 2 seasons. She had already outscored Caitlin Clark through 2 seasons, who holds the record for a D1 career on the women's side, as we know. Lexi, you were at the game last night.
I was.
How devastating is a Juju Watkins injury for women's basketball?
It was really sad. And you hate seeing anybody get injured. I was actually walking into the arena when it happened, so I didn't see it. But like sucked the life out of the arena for, I would say, like 10 minutes. But the way like the USC crowd like rallied behind that, like the energy in there was incredible. Like it was a really fun environment. But I mean, all I can say is like just thoughts and prayers to Juju. Like there's not really anything else that she needs to hear right now but that. But seeing her go down, like the whole women's basketball community is just like heartbroken for her.
Yeah.
Because of just her impact and just the type, the girl she is and everything she's accomplished. Like you just hate seeing that. But USC played great after. Like they looked really good. So that's a good sign for them.
And Kiki said a record with 36 points.
Yeah,
in
she
the game
was
for
hooping.
SC.
She was hooping.
Go on to get the dub. They still advance to the Sweet 16. Swag, I see you over here wearing your USC gear and support. You think about that, Juju Watkins. We were live on playback during the Bucks Suns game when it broke. Saw the video. Did not look good, even just at first sight. Obviously, she had to be carried off the court, and later on, the announcement came that she's done for the season.
It's just tough. You know, they was on pace to do some, you know, something they ain't been done probably in a while at USC on both sides. Now it's tough, you know, when you don't got one of your key players, the key player, and you got to change your whole offense now. Other people got to step up. But to see her go down right now is tough for us, for sure.
Obviously, you know Juju. You guys go back from her time at Sierra Canyon, seen her growth and development.
Yeah, I was one of her first interviews, you know, during COVID. So, you know, I've, known her since she was a sophomore, made that transition to Sierra Canyon. I mean, literally just watched her growth, her dominance, how people feared her work ethic. I remember we were in Boston, was it the Hoops? What's that term?
Hoops Hall or something like that?
Hoops Hall. We're playing against, was it top 2 ranked team in the country? And she twisted her ankle first quarter, came back after half, twisted the other ankle, and came back and then watched her walk through defense and end up winning by 15 points and took the #1 spot. But just to watch just something special. I mean, like every time she needed to be dominant, she dominated. Like she had the real it factor. Like when you needed Juju to be like, we need the last 10 points, she delivered every time. So just to see her go down right now is just heartbreaking.
And Shad, obviously, know you're a big fan of the women's game. Just Juju, her impact on the game, and her suffering this injury. What's your reaction to it?
It's unfortunate part of the game, and wish her full recovery. It's going to be tough now with the expectation of her after full recovery and what she's going to be able to do after something like this. So the mental side of the game is now going to kick in. The 90% of the game kicks in now, how you come back, what your goals are, and your support system. Who's supporting you is very important around this time because you can easily give up. I've been there with the microfracture, so that time off is going to be detrimental of how she's getting reacclimated to the game and keeping it as a passion and a main focus. And I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, we talked about this obviously when Kyrie had his ACL injury and when we've seen other injuries in the past. But initially, you get all that support. Everybody's hitting you up, checking on you, making sure you're okay. But as the days and weeks and months go on, it starts to you go to a real dark place just during that recovery process and trying to figure it out and staying up with the rehab and everything you need to do to get back on the court. So wishing her the best in that recovery, and it's unfortunate, I just think, for the game of basketball as well, just her impact, what she means. Look, I'm a UCLA Bruin, but we rock with Juju on this side as well, like what she's meant to the city. So praying for you, Juju. Also, just want to say, because of the nature of ACL recoveries, she'll likely have to miss most, if not all, the next season, likely in her pursuit of Caitlin Clark's all-time scoring record of 3,951 points. unless she, of course, decided to come back. I think she's eligible to go to the W after 4 seasons, right, or four years in college.
She decides to do.
And then we saw Paige Beckers come back this season after suffering similar, devastating injuries in her career. But Watkins was at 1,709 points, would have had the chance for more as the Trojans advanced to the Sweet 16. I know it's crazy to say. In
A lot of points.
a little under 2 seasons in college, she already got 1,700 points. SC was going to roll to that Final Four. Probably wasn't going to beat UCLA, but they were going to at least have 3 more games.
Come on, Joe.
Just
Well, how many losses y'all got?
Huh?
How many losses y'all had?
2.
Who they came from?
Regular season.
Well, I'm just saying.
They were regular season losses. We're in the tournament now. But Lexi, over to you. Do you believe Juju would have broken Caitlin Clark's scoring record if she had the chance to play 4 healthy seasons?
Oh, for sure.
Easy.
Not easy, but yeah. Just the way she scores the ball. And then I feel like she would probably at some point develop a more efficient scoring, more threes. She gets to the free throw line a little bit more, which makes up for the lack of three-point shooting compared to Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell and Kelsey Plum. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously that's so far ahead, you don't even want to bring that up. Like, what are you going to do when you get back? Like, are you going to stay all 4? Or are you going to do your 3 years and leave when you're eligible? But, like, that's now a decision that's going to come up for her in the future. But, yeah, she would have broken the record for sure.
Easy work.
Do you stay? Like in college, I feel like when you like the star women's player in college, you get a lot of spotlight on you. And like, I don't want to say more opportunities, but you do get opportunities. I feel like when you just that one player in college,
yeah, for sure.
compared to going to the WNBA right away, and then you got to fight with.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about the W is because that window it stays open much longer for you. So whether she decides to leave or stay, she's going to probably be the number 1 pick no matter what. So it's what type of legacy she wants to leave in the college game, and that'll be up to her, but she'll be supported either way.
For sure. Well, like, again,
When do women come back from that? Is it like longer compared to?
I think it just depends on the player, honestly. But I would assume over a year.
I mean, it's a right leg, so it's not her main jumping.
I mean, I will say my teammate, Kia Nurse, she is, I think now this is her 2nd year removed from her knee, and she said like that she's feeling back to herself now, 2 years later. So last year she played, was still figuring it out, and then this year when she came and played in Nashville, she's like, I feel back. Same with my other friend, Bria Hartley. She does something very similar. So it depends on the player.
And the style of play.
Yeah.
So, with her, it's going to be all about, the balance of, she's attacked, she's coming downhill, she has a strong body. So it's basically just, making sure, when she's planting on that right and trying to push off that right, is stable.
Yeah.
Well, again, Juju, wish you a speedy recovery. Look forward to seeing you back on the court in the near future. But let's keep this thing moving now. So at the end of yesterday's show, it came as a surprise for us to learn that Anthony Davis will be suiting up against the Nets, making his comeback. But AD returned in a Mavs win. He was on a minutes restriction, but still made a big impact, scoring 12 points, grabbing 6 rebounds, dishing out 3 assists, while also recording a steal and a block in 27 minutes of action. It was only AD's 2nd game in a Mavs uniform as he was injured in a dominant performance against the Rockets in his Mavs debut back in February. So after the game, AD spoke about why it was important for him to get back on the court.
Yeah, I stressed that to him. When I'm 100%, whatever that time was, and we got games left and I'm going to play. And we all huddled up and got on the same page. And like I say, went through the rehab process and was able to play tonight. But it was never a moment in my mind that unless we ran out of games, I wasn't 100%. I wasn't going to play. And then, like I said, seeing these guys, we're playing with 7 guys, and guys, playing 38, 40 minutes, we just don't have enough bodies. Leaving on the floor, Walker Kessler is playing 5, not he's playing 5. Right? It just added a little bit more motivation for me I was already motivated to get back, but a little bit more motivation seeing those guys battle each and every night, leaving it out on the floor. So, like I said, there's no doubt in my mind I was going to come back.
So as we had talked about previously on the show, the Mavs squad was in danger of having to forfeit some games in the near future due to a lack of available players on the roster. The league has an 8-player minimum requirement in order to field a team, and because of their salary cap issues, they wouldn't be able to bring on another vet, I think, until somewhere around like the April 10th range for the last couple games of the season. So good to see AD be back on the floor. But AD has often been criticized for missing games in the past, but did set a career high last season, appearing in 76 games with the Lakers. So, Swag, I'll go to you first. You respect AD for coming back despite the Mavs' slim chances this season?
Kind of yes and no. I feel like the more wins they get, that like takes away from the draft balls, right? If they keep winning,
I'm not playing today.
they go pause. But the balls, they don't get enough balls.
You can't pause and then balls.
They don't get.
You
a lot
can't
of balls.
pause if you.
I'm just
if-
saying
get right back to
they
balls.
don't get a lot
No,
of
what I'm
balls.
saying if you that you don't need to pause. It's just regular.
Oh, you know, in that
Yeah,
ball
so-
cage, you
yeah.
don't get a lot of balls.
Yeah, yeah.
The balls
One more time.
grab.
Say
One more time.
Say it one more time,
more.
Nick, please.
Say it with some passion and don't lick your lips when you do it this time. Okay? Don't do that shit again. Okay? Don't do the round.
One more time, please.
Don't describe them either. Don't do that either. I don't like none of the shit you just did, man. That was too comfortable.
But no, so they got a chance to get like a top 5 pick, right? If they
Well-
lose more, like they could get like Harper or
So Mavs currently 11th.
Bailey or somebody like that.
Currently 11th in the West. Blazers are 3 games behind them, so they would end somewhere in that range. Definitely be in lottery contention if they don't
And
try to
that
make
with
the
Kyrie
play-in
out.
playoffs.
And right now, I think it's good for him to come back just to show that, you know, he's hungry. He want to play no matter if they losing or he getting motivated from other guys, from the corner guys out there. And
To motivate the corner.
yeah, you know.
Shai, looking at AD, trade to the Mavs. They lose Kyrie with the ACL injury. Not really much to play for except for pride at this point, but AD said he want to get back on the court. Tired of hearing people call him street clothes. And do you respect him
That's mean.
for doing that? I'm just being honest. That's
I
the
know,
narrative
but
around him.
everyone's
He's
so
always
mean
hurt.
when they call him that.
We thought he'd be done for the season after he suffered that adductor strain with the amount of games he was going to miss. Some of us did.
It's an abductor strain. And it wasn't even what Paolo and France had down there. You know, they was out longer, but I think he was able to recover. I think he's good. And you look at the Mavs dynamic, what they're missing, you know, what they have to deal with, and you say, okay, if we bring AD in and we get a win, we're feeling good about what we don't have in Kyrie, the corner boys that are out here trying to help us, and we say if we bring AD and make him a centerpiece, we get to show the world again what it looked like in New Orleans when he was a centerpiece, but it ain't the healthy AD, but it's a guy that can actually give you hope, like we were all talking about. And I think, how many games they got left?
I think about like 10 or 11.
10 games, and they're out how much? They're about 5 games out?
So they are currently 11th in the West. In order to get into actual playoff contention,
So yeah.
they're 6.5 games away from the 6th spot, 5.5 games away from the 7th or 8th spot right now.
Where they at from 9?
Right now they are a half game behind the Kings, who are the 9th seed, tied with the Suns, but the Suns on the tiebreaker.
We got AD, we got 10 games left, we can get 4.
But do you?
But do they want to
Swag
get
is saying,
forward?
do you want to get forward?
Well,
Yeah,
he's not playing
no.
today.
Does it make sense to try to even sneak into the playoffs?
Yes.
As the AC
No.
gets
Yes,
back?
No.
100%.
And
Why?
Because you have a legacy that you're trying to build with every team, right? San Antonio Spurs, 19 straight seasons with Tim Duncan, they were in the playoffs. You always want to have that on your resume. When I'm on the team, we went to the playoffs.
Making the play-in count?
I think so, because you have a chance to get in. Look at Embiid. He came back the same way we talking about AD.
And
right?
look at him this year.
Right? It went too far. But what happened last year when he actually played for the play-in? They got in. They got to the first round.
But
they
now
gave
look
the
at
hope.
him.
Now look at him.
And then he went
At
look,
what cost?
at the cost of him actually finishing out the season healthy, going to the Olympics, and
Was he healthy,
overdoing
though?
it. He overdid it after.
Think about it.
But think about AD. If he's healthy, he can play. We can win 5 out of the next 10 and get us in the 9th spot. Yeah, we'll lose in the first round, but the hope of us Dallas Mavericks, when we know when Kyrie come back, we know we can go further than this. Kyrie.
But then you won't get a
You get
good
a
player in the
pick.
draft.
Yeah.
You don't need a good
They
player in the
got-
draft.
yes.
You do now.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Because Kyrie's
And you got
gone.
good trade value. You
Just
can move up
trust
and
in
get
what
people
you
for-
got. Trust in what you got. You remember you just moved this one thing for this. You gotta trust now in what you got.
He's in a hard situation.
Unless you're moving Clay.
You got
that's
good
not
trade
happening.
pieces.
If you can
Some
trade the
picks.
pieces for other
Yeah.
complimentary, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. But
So, Gil, do you respect AD for coming back this season despite the Mavs' slim chances of making the playoffs?
Yeah, I respect any player that wants to go out there and play and give it his all. But is it a smart move? No.
Yeah.
I mean, one, you see what happened to Embiid, right? You've seen that. We see what Dallas has been going through, right? Luck is not on y'all side right now. The writing's on the wall. It's a bad cloud over there. So, bringing him back to potentially get hurt again, not smart. Even if he plays healthy all the way through the season, what did he do besides take you out of the lottery? Right now, you're a lottery team.
Yeah.
So if you got the third pick in the NBA draft, you're saying that's not worth sitting AD for, right? Because all he do is just going to play you out of the lottery when you are a lottery team right now with AD on your team, with Clay on your team, with Kyrie on your team. So if you can get somebody like young boy
Which one? The Bailey or Harper?
Harper,
Bailey, you fuck around, get the third pick, and Bailey's there. And you're talking about adding that type of player to that roster,
Yeah.
starting or coming off the bench. That is a very good move
Yeah, it could be
because it
like
costs you
Tatum.
nothing, huh?
Be like Jason Tatum.
Yeah, like you like it's because you want to talk about a dynasty of Tim Duncan. How the fuck you think they got Tim Duncan? A great ass team. They start getting hurt. They decided sit everybody. So David Robinson didn't come back. Sean Elliott didn't come back. They didn't come back. They just all set. Got the number one pick. Tim Duncan come back the next year champions.
So just to throw that out there, right now, according to Tankathon, the Mavs would have a less than 2% chance of securing any of those top 4 picks.
why would it? Tell me why would it make sense if
That's why they
the Mavericks would give up on a future for win now to lose and go back to the whole thought of the future? You just got rid of Luka for that same sentiment. We want to win now, so why would we
is a
go?
great draft.
Why would we
Do
go
they
waste
wanna
time
win
in the
now?
draft trying to pick a potential guy?
It's a great draft.
You're
So you're gonna
wasting
win-
Do
time.
they want to win
No.
now?
So you're gonna win today. You're gonna win a championship.
Trying to,
now?
if you're
They
try-
were, but that's
the
over
whole
now.
goal and plan behind the Luka trade was to win now.
I don't know.
But you're not
I'm still
winning
not
now.
rocking with the win now. when
Everyone's
we just
hurt.
got to the
Yes. So
finals.
why just keep everybody hurt?
So if we're gonna still have this mentality, we either gonna keep the guys we got, wait for opportunity to get another piece, or
This
we
is
off, or we
this is
offer.
the
It's the opportunity.
This is not the opportunity.
So you want a veteran
the
piece?
This is
haven't
the opportunity.
played with Kyrie and AD yet.
The Nets threw the game. You thought
You haven't had this. You haven't looked at this yet, and you haven't
You're not
looked at it
going
with
to
Clay.
for a while.
So you had the opportunity. If this injury doesn't hurt, you had Clay,
It's-
Kyrie, and AD. And when they was on the court for that one little stint, it was
okay.
like it
It's
looked
all right.
good.
It's
All right, look good. So
But-
if we can see that,
But that's not gonna happen next season.
That's not gonna happen this year.
so if you break it up now, you're never gonna see it.
who said break up
breaking them
anything?
up?
You're gonna have to offload pieces. You just
Who said anything about offloading? We're saying you don't
Gotta
win.
draft.
You don't win. You get the draft pick. We didn't say nothing about trading anybody. You inherit him because you just don't bring.
because you
AD
just
back.
lose because you want to lose.
Yes, you're losing
Oh.
anyway. You're already there.
Oh, you're not. If you go to the playoffs and you
Why would you
make a
want-
run,
But it's like for no reason then.
San Antonio,
You get to
55
the
wins.
Playoffs and then what?
San Antonio
You're
gonna get
in
a
the
good
same
pick,
exact
right?
spot you were
the
in.
Dallas Mavericks that made it to the playoffs.
What did San
We're
Antonio
not the
do
Dallas
to the playoffs?
Mavericks
the
that
play-in.
didn't make it to the playoffs.
cares?
The play-in.
We're not that team.
Playing.
We don't look like we're rebuilding.
I don't.
You're not rebuilding. Your team is there. You're just getting. Okay, here we go. San Antonio,
Go ahead.
55 wins, 62 wins, 59 wins.
Hey.
They get hurt 96, 97.
Does he
They
have his-
set everyone.
I haven't looked over there.
I
Does he
just
have
let you
his-
talk.
Does he have his phone in
Just
his
let you
hand?
talk, man.
San Antonio doing
He has
all
his
this
phone
shit,
in his
though.
hand?
Of course.
Fox.
Okay, I was just making sure
He
he
has
had his
to
phone
read
in
his
his hand.
information.
55 wins, 62 wins, 59 wins. So we know who they are. Everybody gets hurt the following year. They win 20 games.
Damn.
They draft, who you think? Tim Duncan.
Timothy.
With a team that won 59 wins, 60. They didn't get rid of nobody. They just added a number 1 player in the country. A year later,
They win.
champions.
Ain't that what they
And then
doing
they've been
this
a
year?
dynasty since.
Who's done that since?
Ain't they doing that this year too?
Who's done that
Nobody.
Warriors.
Fox, right?
Well,
Well, he had
Warriors.
surgery, so he's
okay.
out.
since? Who's done that
Warriors.
since?
Warriors. No, there's usually a team
They
like
did
that.
build in the
Who's done that
draft.
since the Warriors? There's 2 teams.
Oh, okay, so you just asked me who did it since I tell you the
2
Warriors.
teams. It's not 40 teams.
How many teams?
Boston, right?
Well, yeah,
About
you have
30
to
teams.
have a very
It's not
unique
10
situation.
teams.
How many teams?
It's not 5 teams. It's not even 3 teams.
Until now.
It's like
How many number 1 teams get that lucky to all be hurt for that 60-something win team to be in that situation? So if you are in a sense of in that situation, you have to take advantage of it.
Is there a Tim Duncan talent in the draft?
Yeah. Not
A Caucasian gentleman.
But they're not
not
getting.
a
They're
big
not
man,
getting
but it's
one
some
pick.
good talent in this draft.
I mean, they might. Shit. A chance is still a chance. Is that what you say? Everybody got a chance.
So
Ain't
let
that
me
what you
just
said?
let me throw this out there too. Throw this out there too. If you're the Mavs right now, you got
You said that right?
there is a chance. But if you have Kyrie now on a player option, his future in Dallas uncertain. Wouldn't it behoove you to tank the rest of the season to try to get a high value draft pick just in case as a safety net if Kyrie does decide to take his talents elsewhere in the offseason? Not saying it's gonna happen. Obviously, it
got a
looks like
player
he's
Damn,
gonna
I
stay
didn't
in
even
Dallas.
think about
You
that.
got a player option?
He has a
He
player
slides.
option.
What if he dips out?
Will you think he would slide?
I don't think he will.
Slide for the tanking, or you slide for he want to go somewhere else?
Go somewhere else.
Kyrie?
I don't think he will though.
Kyrie could go. That'll be a good trade value, trade pick too. I mean, trade too.
I think Kyrie's staying.
I mean, it's like being bad all year, guaranteed a lottery.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're
And
like,
then all of a sudden, ooh, I want to get the 20th pick. That's stupid. That's just not a smart business. I've been losing all year.
Well, we see what Dallas been doing business-wise the last few weeks, so who knows?
So if you're the Mavs, you tell AD, hey, look, brother, we respect you. We appreciate your desire to want to be on the court with this squad.
Yeah.
But go ahead and come over here and chill.
I mean, just teams like that, it just doesn't happen. Like, you just don't, everyone gets hurt and your luck goes that bad, being that good, and then you inherit. I mean, that's what I said. When Golden State happens, like, damn, you got the number 1 pick. If you would have made that pick right, you would have had LaMelo Ball over there. That's a fucking different team. You went after a big, I get it. Y'all end up winning a championship, but if you would have had LaMelo Ball, look what your franchise, you'd have been very different because you end up offing that anyway. You wouldn't have got LaMelo Ball. You right now would have LaMelo Ball and Curry.
But no,
That's a
but
different-
no,
That would've been
no
crazy.
championship though.
They didn't win a championship with their big anyway, so
Huh?
they would have still had it.
They what?
They didn't win a championship.
You don't think they
with
still the one with LaMelo?
Yeah, because they would have still got Poole.
What?
How
Poole
big
They'd have still had Poole anyway,
Poole was
second
like
round.
Big baller
Poole was
brand?
a late pick.
Never lost?
They had Wiseman. They didn't use Wiseman.
Wiseman did not
Things
play.
happen for a reason.
No facts, but
Things happen
I'm
for a
still
reason,
like
like
that
that.
would be crazy if LaMelo was on the Warriors.
Would have never.
That'd have been crazy.
We'll see how the rest of the season plays out for Anthony Davis and the Mavs.
I don't know. That'd have been great though.
What?
Melo.
Melo and Steph.
That's hard, bro.
I guess. I mean, you needed.
I would like
think
to see it.
You thought like you needed to inherit your big. You still got the 2 young guards. I mean, you still got Clay.
Yeah,
And what's the
his
name?
dad
Might have been too many light skinned dudes.
I mean, the
on
pick
our
didn't
offense.
make sense, obviously,
Yeah,
but in
it doesn't-
hindsight, you're like, damn, that would have
Even
been
if
a
it's
cool
not,
pick.
even if I'm not drafting for Curry, I'm still having like protection for Clay. Just had the knee surgeries. Well, he didn't even have that yet.
Yeah, he did. It was
Not the next one.
It was a year after the final. They lost to with KD and all of
Because
that.
they lost to the finals and they had that
Yeah.
horrible
Yeah,
horrible
That
year.
2-year stretch of
Because KD left.
Yeah.
What's her name is?
Hurt stuff.
Steph was hurt, yeah.
Everyone was hurt, yeah.
nasty time in Warriors Nation. But nonetheless, let's keep this thing moving. Thanks to Mando for sponsoring today's podcast. It's time for spring cleaning, and with that comes the time to consider getting rid of your old deodorant. Mando Whole Body Deodorant is an absolute game changer, helping men conquer their odor in a new way. The guys on this couch, minus Lexi, of course, have received the product, and we've all been keeping fresh thanks to Mando. Mando is a whole body deodorant that is safe to use anywhere on your body. It has been clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code GIL at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support Gil's Arena and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. And Mando's fire.
It is.
And I ain't gonna lie. I'm normally against full, I just, armpits only, but
I've been
hitting
doing
them with the full spray.
I ain't took a bath in 72 hours. I still smell good.
Wait, this whole week you have smelled?
What you
Hold
smelling
on.
me?
Why you smelling another?
I didn't smell no man.
Okay.
No, don't move.
That's what that smells.
What?
No, I just said don't move, dog.
No, man, you ain't about to do nothing to me.
No, I want to see this tat.
Oh,
Who does this look like?
Hold on, let me see.
Tupac.
Is that Tupac?
yeah.
Well, let me see it again.
Yeah.
That look like me?
Gil Pac?
I was about to say that.
That right there, nigga. You. Oh my God, man.
Big bro,
This
big
is
bro.
crazy,
Come on, hey,
bro.
big brother. Come on, big brother.
Brother,
Hey,
right here. Yeah, man. Watch out, man. God damn, dog.
Don't you ever push my hand like that?
Incredible, dog. You
Oh,
can't be doing that,
I had
man.
the strap in the car. I forgot to bring the Nerf guns in.
Man, I'm your hero, man. That's why you wear the 0 in the Lakers, man. You're trying to beat me,
Turn
man.
around like this.
This is crazy. Man, I just thought every number I wore, you wore it. 0, I wore 1 in Orlando when I got traded. You wore 1 when you left.
When we played Grant, they were like, Gil, I'll have to bust Grant ass just because of you. That's a lot.
Got a full
When you left your work,
You
like,
got a
oh, Gil,
full tat.
I had to take over your work. when
Talking
you
about this
left.
too.
You had to take over
Hey.
Gil's work.
I had to become Gil
Hey,
for
that's
her,
the best.
you know?
That's the best time. You got to
She
take
was like,
over
"Can't you
another
become
nigga work.
Gil for me?" I was like,
That's the best feeling.
Hibachi. Have to give it a hibachi.
I gotta tell Melly, he beating you to the spot. You gotta get the tat now.
What?
You over there got the tat. That's-
He's texting Melly right now to
It's not
tell her
you,
to get a
This is half you.
one part Pac, one part Gil. But let's keep this thing moving. Suns and Bucks played the game of the night last night, and Swaggy, Gil, and myself were watching it on Gil's Playback. Shout out Playback TV/Gilbert Arenas for anybody who wants to join our Playback watch parties. But let's take a look at some of the highlights. The game featured 10 ties and 15 lead changes, with neither team ever leading by double digits. Each team had a key piece missing as Dame Lillard was out with a calf injury, while Brad Beal missed the game as he continues to battle a left hamstring injury. Brook Lopez stepped up for the Bucks with 23 points and 10 rebounds. Naturally, the great players were great in this one. Kevin Durant dropped 38, 8 and 5 for the Suns, while Giannis had 31, 10 and 5 for the Bucks.
Old man moving.
KD just had 42 against the Cavs. Came through with this 38
How does
piece.
that happen?
Was that
How
Brooke?
does that
Was
happen?
that Brooke?
Doing his job.
Fucking Frankenstein? What are you doing, bro?
That was a good pass. Frankenstein
I'd
is
be cussing
crazy,
him out
actually.
every play. bro.
Every single-
I would be going
Oh,
crazy.
oh! That dunk
Smash
caught.
That's a
on you.
foul.
That's a
He got
smash
He did get the
on
foul.
you.
Swaggy, we were watching the game.
Oh, yeah, he did.
You saw that live.
And he didn't want to.
You saw that live. Devin Booker had 19 points
Oh, man.
in the game.
Wide
Let's talk
open
about-
threes and old man moving.
Yeah, man, they done fucked the D-Book game all up.
Right?
They done fucked his whole shit up.
Like he could
We-
dribble
we were
nothing no
the
more.
same
We
dude
talked
no
about the
more.
Suns a little bit on Monday. What's going on over there? How much credit KD deserved? But let's take a look at this play. 6 seconds remaining in the game. Game tied. D Book hits the nice midi to put the Suns up 2. So Booker said the play was initially for Kevin Durant. It was a play they ran in the Olympics, but he decided just to keep it. Got a nice screen set for him to hit that midi. Suns have now won 4 straight, hold the tiebreaker over the Mavs for the final play-in spot. We talked about these Suns beginning of the season, said we wouldn't be surprised if they were one of the top teams in the West or if they were in play-in area. They are the latter at this current stage. But could the Suns make some noise if they find a way to reach the playoffs?
For sure. They have Kevin Durant on their team.
Okay. Actually, you believe the Suns because they have Kevin Durant on their team?
Yes.
Like make noise as in what? Like
We got to
like
win.
screaming? Like the fans making noise?
We won a series.
Nah, I don't see it.
Depending on who they match up.
I don't see it. It's too much. I don't know, but it seems like it's a lot of behind closed doors bickering over there. Too much negativity probably in the locker room and stuff. A lot going on with Bill. He talking about He happy. He get paid.
Well, he's got
no
about
trade
160
clause.
million coming, so I'll be smiling.
That was a real
too.
quote.
Yeah, so it's like you. Is it?
It was verified.
Damn.
Unlike Steph's full court shot, he had made one in the past, but the one we showed yesterday was capped. My apologies. You mad at Bill for getting his bread?
No, like, but the no trade clause is like he throwing it in their face. Like
Like, ha.
they going back and forth, putting them on the bench, starting them. You got Bobo about to be the savior. Then he in street clothes. It's a lot.
That was.
KD
Hard
on the
to watch.
trading block talking about getting traded this summer and all that. It's a lot.
I mean, elephant in the room. We were better before y'all niggas got here.
Who's saying
Who
that?
is
Devin
y'all-
Booker?
Devin Booker
Okay.
saying it. Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and DeAndre Ayton got us to the finals.
And shout out young Cam Johnson.
Young Cam to the finals.
Yeah, what's up with these teams
Man.
getting to the finals and just being like, we straight, y'all can.
Nah, they off. Yeah. They offloaded all those guys,
That's 2 years in
Okay.
a or two.
right? And this CP, I think he got hurt in that finals. If I not remember, he got hurt.
No, I just cheated.
He got cheated.
Oh, that was it the Scott Foster?
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Boom. So
It was
So it's like getting hurted.
So
it was a 2-0, right?
you break that team up, and then you bring in KD, who's supposed to be the thing that says that he's gonna take us over the top.
With
But you
Bill.
had to get rid of the things that
Got
really
you
essentially
there.
was around the thing that helped you get over.
Iron Man, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson.
But Booker was the lead,
Yeah.
right? 19
And he had some
points.
great
Yeah, he's
corners
second
with him.
fiddle now. We haven't seen Devin Booker energy in about 2
Right.
years. And it looked bad. Now they talking about moving the piece that came in here and disrupted what I already had going in the first place. He come in here 3 years and then get the fuck up out of here and then like, all right, and I gotta stay here and get the next wave of bullshit. Damn.
He ain't leaving.
What's up, coach, with all my teammates, man?
They should tank too. Get Cooper Flag. Shit.
Them corner boys was good, man. Them Mikal and DeAndre was a good fit for that team, man. They broke all that shit up for fool's gold.
Fool's gold. I wouldn't call KD fool's gold.
I'm not talking about KD.
The
I'm
other
talking
one?
about the whole idea of it.
I'd
KD
say
and Bill.
Beal is the.
KD and Bill. Getting rid of the idea of you needing a
Could they
point
take
guard.
and like try to trade up, like throw Bill in a trade or someone.
No trade
You
clause.
can't.
I'm just
Literally
saying, but
can't.
Literally can't offload this dude.
Unless it's somewhere he wants to
Yeah,
go.
like,
but
Has he
you could
said
trade
where
it
he
to
wanna
Dallas
go?
or something.
So he can waive the clause.
if they say, Bradley, here's a trade to a team that you actually want to go to, a desirable location that's beneficial
So how
to you.
come everybody doesn't do that?
Because you have to have
game.
You have to have leverage.
Yeah.
I mean, what leverage do you have other than just being a really good scorer?
30
To
a
come
game,
be-
30 a game twice.
Yeah, but they didn't bring him in to be
But
their
Wall
number one
got
option.
Wall got hurt.
Yeah.
He's talking about
That's
for
what-
Phoenix.
Not for Phoenix.
What was
Like,
their
what was
incentive?
the leverage that Bill had to get the
He didn't-
trade clause?
He
No,
got
the
it
trade clause,
on
He
Washington.
already had it in
Oh, he already
Washington.
had it.
Yeah.
And that's what Kenya was asking, how come it keeps carrying over
Right, I feel like when you go to a
I
new
can
team,
waive it,
you
yeah.
gotta renegotiate
the
it.
whole new clause for it?
Yeah.
So this Bucks game was a big start of a brutal stretch of games for the Suns. They obviously won that game, but they've got the Celtics coming into town tomorrow, then at the Wolves. They got the Rockets at home, then they're at the Bucks, at the Celtics. At
Damn.
They can get
Then they got the
this
Warriors, Thunder.
Damn.
Jason.
And they wrap up.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, he
no.
just got
Yeah.
Lower
so they-
ankle.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on paper, it's still a dangerous team to play in the playoffs. Kevin Durant, Booker,
That's it.
Beal, right? You got Grayson Allen. Like you have all the food that you need to be good. They're just not good, right? So you just don't hope like, hey, listen, let's just put all our egos away and then let's just, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to win. You don't want that to happen in your OKC and this is the number 8 seed. right? Because when it comes to firepower, they have more, right? So you know what I mean, you don't. It's still a dangerous team when you get in there. That record don't mean shit because this is a MVP, 2-time. I mean, I don't know how many scoring champs he had.
four, I
He
believe.
got 4 scoring champs. Then you got
Yeah.
one that had 2 scoring champs. I mean, so the bones of what they can do is there. They just haven't shown it. And, you know, you would just rather, if you're OKC, you would rather them just miss the playoffs, don't even have to worry about this. I don't want them to come into the playoffs thinking they got hope and some shit like that happens.
Well,
And now they sitting here like, yeah, we can beat them. Like,
could
nah.
be the same thing. Like we thought, I don't know. I thought they was gonna beat Minnesota last year in the first round, but Minnesota swept their ass.
Did not win a game.
Yeah, so
So, I mean, when you look at it, what really is it? I mean, you talk about KD playing at the level he's playing
Yeah, we
at.
seen it. We watched the game. That they
It just don't feel.
Their
Yeah,
offense
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like some little kid shit. Right, it's not. That's little
doesn't
kid.
fit.
real.
Y'all don't
good.
see it. You're not seeing it. When it worked, why did it work? Because it wasn't centered around KD. That's why it worked. He
offense?
was when they was winning in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't centered around him. He had to fit into the system, which made him a valuable piece to the system because we're better with you.
Yeah.
But we can play without you because this is our system. Phoenix have changed their system to be KD, and now the other guys don't know what system it is because he can move and then we don't got no system no more. And D-Book don't know how to be.
Yeah, they're not players like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like D-Book is here. He's like, well, I'm used to being this guy. So now I got to be
got
the
me
secondary.
passing all over the damn
Yeah, I got to be driving and kicking and playing point guard and all this other shit that we didn't sign up for. I'm supposed to come off this. I'm Michael Redd, Richard
Well,
Hamilton.
he was considered what, the best shooter?
Yes, number one. Going into that FIBA shit when Ant Edwards went, it was like him and Ant Edwards, number 2.
Now where
How,
is he?
how
at?
many coaches have they had since?
So
Three.
let me see.
Since
They
that
have
championship?
Vogel. So Vogel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monty.
see, I mean, it's the
Vogel,
offense
Monty,
just
Budenholzer.
changed because of different coaches coming in.
But it's all got to be to appease KD because he's the centerpiece. So we all trying to do that, and KD's very comfortable just hooping. I know how to get my shit, but what
gonna
y'all
get
do?
So they went from Monty Williams to Vogel to now Budenholzer.
Yeah,
Versus-
it is like trying to
It's
figure
a
out
lot
who
of
is the
change for
offense
D-Book.
because
You can't be successful in that.
But hustling backwards.
the offense is not made for. Like the offense should be around Booker because KD is the ball's gonna find him no matter what, right? So you don't need to structure your offense around KD, just like Golden State, but he led the team in scoring 2 years. He's a hooper. He's gonna find the ball. He's gonna know the offense so well. He's gonna put himself in position to score. So, you know, it's all trying to find out. But when you watch it, you just like,
What is this?
this is disgusting. That it really looks really disgusting basketball.
For what it should be.
They're
when you
doing
look
pick
at-
and roll. He passes. He got 4 people above the 3-point line. It's like, we're going to do a handoff. We got a screen, a little slip under. Like, who the fuck goes for this baby shit that you guys are doing? You got a guard setting the screen on another guard.
They not
And,
even.
and then he
screening.
looping 3 feet. Niggas,
You got to give the ball.
like,
Like on that game winner, you got to give it to him on a run and stuff. Like,
this man did a pick. He comes off. He don't pop back. He just do like a little loop around. I'm like, bro, that's just, there you
Yeah.
go. Like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of there, man, create some distance, man. Like, there should be some cuts, some dives, some handoffs, some slips, some fake screens, and that should be your offense.
Yeah, but-
If you're not gonna play old school, throw it into KD, Booker run off, what's the name run off, come back and get it hand off. There
Think
should be.
about it. We play pickup, right? When you go play pickup, if everybody ain't playing pickup ball, it's that one nigga out there playing structured ball. Like, come here, set the screen, come off this UCLA. Let me. That's the guy used to playing real basketball, right? Everybody looking at him like, man, we 1-on-1 and out here. Get that? We not on. That's the NBA today. We all out here playing pickup. There's a few guys that actually want to play organized shit. But the coach is like, nah, y'all here for, it's open gym. 3 game.
But that ain't Booker's strong suit to me.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Him
He's
and
more
Bradley Beal
structured.
both. They're
They're more
structured
structured.
two guards. They come off pin downs, they hit that corner shot, they can play the pick and roll, and they can make the decision.
But he ain't bringing the ball up and doing.
And
all
you don't
this.
want to ISO him like it's energy that's exerted there. So coaching, when you really get down to the bones of it, they're not putting the players in position to succeed at their
We've been
maximum.
saying that since the season
So
started.
what did they bring Jones in for?
That's what I'm saying. James Jones.
Yeah, Tyus Jones.
Oh,
whatever
I
his
thought you
name
So they
is.
did
James
that
Jones,
point
yeah.
guard by committee the first season brought Tyus Jones.
Yeah, they was
assistant
supposed to
turnover
run the-
ratio
he was supposed to be the
phenomenal.
one.
Set a
He
record
get
last
Book
season.
off the ball.
Because they thought Chris Paul, because they made it to the championship, they had Chris Paul. This would be great. Like you need an offense. You got an offense. You got team offense. Then you have offense for your stars.
Yeah.
Where's your offense for your stars? Where's the 3-man game?
Yeah.
Where's the 2-man game? Where's the structure? Like when you see Golden State, it's a 3-man game sometimes for the most part. The pick and roll starts with Steph and Draymond. When Draymond gets that ball, he's only looking for one person. He's looking for Clay coming off. He's looking for you to help so he can hit Clay. But that's how they do their 3-man game, right? It's a separated 3-man game. But for the most part, you can go and do old school Sacramento. Weber is KD, and Bibi and Stojakovic is Bradley Beal and Booker. Throw that motherfucker up there. Come on, what y'all gonna do? Split game, backdoor, like you. It's
But that's
easy
a go-to,
basketball.
right? That's
Yes.
that's our
That's
go-to.
our go-to.
Like, coach, we
need to score.
haven't scored in 6 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go to our go-tos now. Now we're calling the one we know. Let's just say if it ain't KD, it's fucking Embiid. We gotta call a turn 5.
Yeah.
We're calling the turn. Hey, if it's KD and Book, floppy down there. Y'all too
yeah,
floppy.
yeah.
We're gonna floppy right into the pick and roll. Book, you stay in the corner. KD, you running with who is it? Bobo. Fuck. You a Bobo, you pop. You do what you. See, we don't see that, and it's nasty because as a vets, you should automatically have the 3 game. You should automatically have the go-to. Just because we the best players on the team, we should, when practice over, let's go down here, big fella. Let's run our pick and pop real quick. Let's get comfortable with this shit. I've seen that. So seeing that, I'm like, okay, that's how they keep their shit together. I don't see that with
Yeah, there's some
I don't
teams
think I've
still.
seen a floppy in a long time.
long time, bro.
What the fuck you gonna do with a flop? I'm just think about their team. You have Kevin Durant and you have Bobo setting pin
Yeah,
down.
that's crazy.
For Booker and Beal. How is that gonna be played?
Man.
Because you do any hard hedge.
Which or anything.
You do any hard hedge, you got Kevin Durant and Bobo at the
Bobo.
rim.
Oh,
dunking.
my Lord.
Like there's nothing you can do. You have basically 4 Ray Allens.
Yep.
Like Ray Allen by himself was fucking hard to guard when he's coming off the right side because you even think about showing boom. Dump. That's a real quick dump down. If you don't help, he has that little jump shot. So it was really hard. Now you have 2 players doing the same
Yes.
thing with 2 players who can pick, pop, duck in. It's
And what do we know they're
Steph
doing?
and Clay.
What do we know they're doing on defense though? We
Switching.
running floppy. We
gonna
know
switch?
they switching.
Yeah.
So listen what we doing on floppy. KD, you're pitting down on the point guard.
Yep.
Every time.
Switch your big
You
dumb
on
dumb.
this side. Hey, listen, matter of fact, y'all don't fuck the play up and run down and you go on the opposite side point guard. No, we're gonna slow it down. Get on
Yeah.
KD side.
If they
That's
try to
gonna
double,
switch mismatch.
It's-
Throw it in there. See, KD, don't waste no fucking time with this
They
little
try to double, it's an open man.
open man. Grayson Allen,
Yeah.
you haven't had open shots in about 2 weeks now because we haven't put a system in where you can go swing from here.
What the fuck happened to the pin down? What happened to the baseline pin down triple screen?
Yes, the
and
triple.
we all know the second man is gonna duck it in.
Yes.
Screen.
And
This
he coming
motherfucker
off. Gotcha. Wide open.
Come watch us.
Yeah.
Come watch us. Y'all want to see some offense, friend?
Free throw line.
Come watch
Screen
us.
for you come off the like the Iverson cut.
They don't run nothing no more.
Slice 2. It's
Booker
slice.
should be-
I forgot.
Slice
Yeah.
2.
People don't
Booker
run
should, that should be
nothing.
Booker all day.
So
Zipper, zipper up.
Or when
Have-
you get it, the big
have-
screen for you at the free
Have
throw
Bobo,
line.
like you can have Bobo or KD, the last screener, right? And if he's riding over like he's supposed to, throw it to him, back door.
Backdoor.
So you
Yep.
ride him high, and then just back door right
Yeah.
They had to play Hawk 2.
Hawk 2.
Hawk 2,
Yeah.
point guard,
Yeah.
pass, come off the hawk. If you don't get it, you coming off a double on the weak side. Ooh, I can't wait for But you got the two bigs, pin it down, duck it in.
I used to call Hawk one like a motherfucker. That straight drop.
Drop. Oh yeah,
Pass it.
you used to stop. Yeah, you used to stop. Yeah. That's the best part too. They like if you got them, get them. Shit, you got a mismatch. They don't do none of that shit no more,
KD
man.
a poster.
Yeah.
So let's just talk quickly
Big the
about
big screen down there. at the-
Suns' last 15 years. So they went through a 10-year stretch from 2010 to 2020 where they did not make the playoffs.
That's what's up.
Finals appearance, 2 second-round losses, first-round sweep. Obviously, there's been different rosters over the course of these past couple seasons, but they are 13-19 in the playoffs since going up 2-0 in the Bucks in the finals. They also have the highest payroll in the National Basketball Association right now,
That's crazy.
and already have $210
Just
committed
3 players, though, right?
to their roster next season. High $220 million salary. Now, Matt Ishbia came in, said he wanted to try to revitalize his franchise, put a winning product out.
Can't buy it.
Has not been the case. But how do the Suns fix these issues for the short term and the long term? You got built a no trade clause. I'm telling you right now.
Understand basketball at its full level. Understand like what players' realms are, right? If you have a guy who loves pick and roll and this is his area, right? You can't have someone else on a team that's functioning in that area too, right? You have KD, you have Booker and Beal. Booker and Beal are the same, right? It's not like one is left-handed, so one is functioning on the other side. They're both wanting to do the same thing on the same side, so they're clashing, right? So you need either someone that can move like KD, or you need someone that's just a pure shooter, and then you need someone who can put it all together, right? That's what Draymond does for the most part,
That's what
right?
I said. They should've
He's the
got
guy that, like, he
need to
sees
take
this
one.
guy's over here, he know he's gonna help. Yo, call it out. Dribble handoff with the back door. Like you need someone who's gonna clean it all up and make it work.
Needed a point guard.
But
But really,
that's
they
what
needed a utility player.
Yeah.
You need a Jimmy Butler.
They thought
They thought they needed
Beal
a
was-
point
they
guard.
thought
Yeah,
Beal
they thought
would
Beal
be-
was there.
They thought he could fit a utility player.
Yeah.
Because he could play. Well, not play. He can dribble the ball. I think because he can dribble, he can play point guard.
And then you got Big Point.
But he's a facilitator because he's a slasher. Great. But being a point guard, I think everybody gets fucked up because the scoring point guard takes away the traditional side, right?
Yeah.
But that's what we always wanted out of the point guard is to think first, coming around that pick and roll, turn the corner, right? Look for your shot 1st. And usually the point guards never did. Turn that corner, it's like, I'm running the play, keep your dribble, swing it back. So now that we have that, it's like you have to look at how teams are going to adjust to guys who are not traditional point guards. They want to score the ball. They don't know who the open men are.
You'll mess that up.
You're gonna mess it up every time.
This era up.
You did.
So they needed like because you said he's coming in the point guard, so he's doing the same stuff. He's doing the same
Don't
stuff.
do it. You fuck this
He's
era
doing the same stuff that Booker wants to do. So Booker's seeing him come off and he wants to shoot. So he's like, damn, that's what I want to do.
Yes.
Put him in the corners. That's what I said. They're the same
Do
person.
all this. Now look what you created. Bunch of niggas shooting all threes and shit. So tired of you.
So they need a traditional shooting guard.
So fucking tired
That's all.
of you. What is this, hypothetically? Hypothetically, it's a big if. What if Dallas get like the third, fourth, second pick?
They're getting a
Do
17 pick.
you trade KD
They're getting a,
and somebody else for that pick to Phoenix?
We talked about this on the show yesterday.
wait,
KD
what?
trade.
Like, can you
If you're Dallas,
and you get like from anywhere from 4 to 9 or something? So you
trade that pick
for KD and somebody else and that pick for KD.
Like a 3-team
Because the money
trade
got
or
to
something?
add up.
Yeah.
But who you
Would you
gonna
do
trade
that?
to make that happen?
who makes enough money on Dallas that can go with that pick?
I was gonna say get rid of everybody in Phoenix.
Or Bill.
You say
Or
get rid
Bill.
of Book. You say get rid of.
No, he's talking about Dallas.
You
Well,
saying but
Bill.
offload him for KD though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
KD can
And then they have 2 picks.
they'll have room to make another. But this is what I'm saying. And we've seen this page, we've seen this chapter.
What?
Book is getting old. It's time for the owner to make a decision. Do we need to get a new author? Do we need to get we need a new writer?
No,
Because this shit is not finishing out to be a happy ending for us.
It's hard to
They're
win.
not putting
There's
them in
definitely some
fair
issues with the third act.
situations.
It is fair
For Book.
situation because
No,
we
they
went to
keep
the
changing.
finals.
And then they got rid of all his teammates.
All right, so who was you putting in control of the story?
But
He fucked the story up.
Who is he?
Whoever made the decision
Not
to get rid of
Devin- it wasn't
everybody else.
Devin
No,
Booker?
it's not Devin.
KD
No, it's not.
for Brooks and for Bridges and Cam.
That was James.
James Jones.
So I'm saying right now, I'm in a position where I'm looking like, man, even if I keep
Shit,
one of
I'm
these
booked. I'm
guys,
trying to get out.
I'm now looking
Y'all
like,
don't
what
care
does my
about me.
future look like building around or keeping any of these guys?
If I'm booked, I'm out of there. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm
get
like,
rid of
y'all
that
don't care about
rebuild.
me.
You gotta turn Book into Shea. Okay, see.
But he's already had that time. How old is Book? 32? 28. 28?
Young.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
He
They
young.
the same.
I mean, it feel like he
do feel like-
He been in the league for forever.
28 years old.
Shit, he got some
Wasn't
miles
he-
on
We
him.
were
Wasn't
just
he
talking about that
young?
with the
Wasn't he,
seventh,
like,
eighth
young
year
in college,
anniversary of his
too?
70-point game. He did that when he was 20.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was 2017.
he's young as
That's
hell.
crazy.
If I'm Devin Booker, I'm looking at Phoenix front office like y'all got me fucked up.
Like you don't think I'm the guy.
Yeah, and you keep
But you
all
keep
this change.
offloading and then depending on me and saying, "Oh, we did this for you."
But you don't think I'm the guy, but we got you KD, we got you
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, we got you Bobo.
You didn't get me. You got you.
Oh,
I ain't asked for this.
Okay.
He did.
They
New
did.
coach.
I don't think
Who
he asked for
They
it.
went to that. They went to that championship,
Who gonna stop
and
us?
now he got a taste of it. And I was like, "Yo, build,
He said,
Let's
who
go
can stop
win.
us?
build aggressively." But that's the problem. That you
No,
build
I'm saying
too
I'm not saying he
aggressively.
didn't say build, but when you get KD, it's like I didn't really.
He did.
I asked for this.
He said,
Hey, but
"How you
KD
gonna
wasn't-
guard us?
KD
They
wasn't
guard
the-
me and
Yeah.
KD.
KD,
And
KD
they
wasn't
can't,
the
but
problem.
Because
what
when you
else?
get
What
KD,
about the rest
you want
of the
you
team?
want a KD. You ain't thinking you can get a KD, but when you get it, you're like, damn, he over here, all in my motherfucking video, dancing and
it
shit.
ain't- that's what I
You know what
said.
I'm saying? You don't,
Come to
want,
death row.
you don't want them all in the video. Come to death row.
No, I think losing Aiden kind of hurt them.
Yeah.
I think it was the Aiden.
Yeah.
It was the Aiden
Yeah.
move that kind of like really messed up what they were supposed to do.
100%.
Because he was solid. He played defense.
But they was bagging on him
He
that
was-
last year.
they was
Yeah.
treating him
They
bad.
was treating him
Yeah.
bad.
They
They
was
was treating him bad.
because he was feeling
playing,
himself.
Yeah, he said he was playing soft too.
He was feeling himself like, yeah, I need
I
a little
said
bit more.
The more
touches
role, yeah,
and
he
shit like
needed
that.
more
He
touches, I
became
remember
one of
that.
those guys, and then
I said he was soft.
Traded him for who?
They-
and then Jokic kind of like
Nurkic.
made him quick.
yeah, Nurkic.
Who made him quit?
Jokic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jokic.
Bullied them.
Jokic
But-
just really, Jokic was just out of that.
And that made it look like we need to change this.
Yes, yeah.
Because
And that was the trade.
Which is
that kinda
crazy. It was a bit of an
Because
overreaction because it's
Nurkic
Jokic.
didn't offset that because
Yeah.
Ayton can score better.
Yes.
And Nurkic can rebound and offset the European style to
It was-
contain Joker, but it ain't enough.
Yeah, it was.
Not enough. So we asked the chat, should teams fear the Suns in the playoffs? Nearly 4,000 people in the chat responded. 71% said absolutely not. Let's keep this moving. Conversation, I feel
Absolutely not
They
was the
said no.
choice. Oh, I was like, absolutely
But 71%,
not. Is
71% tells me absolutely not. I added my own spin onto it,
Dang.
which Underdog gives me the ability to do.
watch it. You gotta watch it.
71%.
You can watch me every Monday through Thursday, 11:30
believe
p.m.
it.
Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern on Gills Arena. Presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. But now let's move to a topic I think is going to really get this couch going. So Bucks head coach Doc Rivers recently made some comments to Anscape's Mark Spears that we have to address. Rivers is one win shy of tying Phil Jackson for 7th on the all-time head coaching wins list. But in the interview, Spears asked about a number of topics, including Doc's reaction to critics of the fact that his teams have blown 4 3-1 leads in the playoffs.
Damn.
4 3-1 leads. Doc responded, I was going to do my Doc voice, but I'm not feeling it right now. He said, no one tells a real story, and I'm fine with that. It's unfair in some ways. I don't get enough credit for getting the 3 wins. I get credit for losing. I always say, what if we had lost to Houston in 6? No one cares. One of the things that I'm proud of is we've never been swept. All the coaches have been swept in the playoffs. My teams achieve. A lot of them overachieve, and I'm very proud of that. So take a moment to digest that. Now that you have, is Doc Rivers spitting or tripping with those comments?
I mean, I feel him. He does win a lot. He does win, but no one wants to like focus on that. I mean, it must be hard to find.
Elaborate.
It must be hard to like do have success in the regular season and you get to the playoffs and then
You win
you
3
lose.
games. You win 3
and then
games.
everybody forgets about everything else and they always
You
focus
lost
on that.
4 in a row.
Yeah, but you still have all the success prior
won
to
3.
that. And everybody else lost too, but we only want to talk about Doc Rivers.
He lost 3 in a row.
Only
He had
one
3
team
1
wins.
leads, and then we
Only one
proceeded to
team
trip.
wins, and every year, everyone only wants to talk about Doc Rivers.
Cause you up 3.
Up 3. Good job, Sway.
He won.
That is on the level.
What's the record for that?
That
though?
is on your-
How many, like,
13.
no, I'm talking about how many?
13.
13 what?
There's only been 13 teams.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
So
been
do we got the
13
record
times.
for that?
There's only been 13 times that somebody was up 3-1.
Oh, and blew it, and he's
lost,
part of 4 of them?
And he's done it 4 times out of the 13.
In the history of the
And in
game.
the history of the game. The problem is not that you lost 3-1. It's 3-1 is rare to lose.
Excuse me, I think he's blown 3.
Yeah, three out of 13. It
3-1
is
leads.
a rare thing that happens. It's a 5% of the NBA. There's 260 times this has happened, and has only been successful 13 times. You're 3 of those. So you have a 95% chance of winning, and you've lost that 3 times. That's the problem.
Isn't that bad coaching?
Is it though?
How many series has he? How many series has he won?
Statistically,
total?
if you have a 95% chance of winning and you lost 3 times,
Is it?
But how many
3 times.
series
3
has he won
but
though?
Let's think about
But
it.
it's something that's so
When
rare
Steve
to
Kerr
happen.
did it, it was how amazing LeBron was. Nobody said nothing about Steve Kerr doing it in the championship.
yeah, I did.
But yeah, one time. It's 3.
He was playing LeBron, though.
Who's the coach of OKC when they did it?
But when
Nah,
it's
bro.
1, we're not talking about 1. When the first time it happened in 03, nobody talked about it. But it happened again and then again. That's the problem. It's the 3 times.
And one was in the bubble where we all got.
Lay
take-
off P.
So if you take off Doc Rivers, it's a 3.8% chance that will happen. He makes it 5.
I get it. But look,
He
think about
pumps it up 1.28%.
Which is crazy.
You had a guy, playoff P, that turned off his podcast because y'all told him.
When?
We didn't tell,
In the bubble, in
we
the
didn't tell him to
bubble.
do
He
shit.
didn't have no podcast in the
No, but I'm saying that mentality. He heard playoff P was struggling. He didn't get it together the whole playoffs.
They did start calling him way
He
off.
missed
P.
a damn shot that hit the side of the backboard in the game 7.
That's what the names are in the bubble. Way off P, pandemic P. It was a
Think about that. You got-
Pandemic P.
unfortunate.
You
name.
had playoff
He
P.
said himself.
You had who was your other team you was with? It was playoff P too.
Clippers?
It was all Clippers.
Tried to take ownership of the.
But Doc
name
Rivers'
podcast.
career in the playoffs, 113 and
That's
108.
right.
blame? Who gets to blame
That's what I'm saying.
for the 3-1? Did the players get to blame or the coach?
I mean, no, you can
You
blame
up
him,
3-1.
but like,
Is it
like,
team,
like, give it a rest.
Total, like,
Damn.
what is it? Execution?
Like, give it a
What
rest.
is it?
Give it a
For
rest.
team, we always
Stop
talk
talking about
about
it so much.
adjustments, right? We talk about adjustments. Doc is the king of not wanting to adjust. Okay, to go down after being up,
With
it's
all stars
weird.
though.
It's weird to happen 4 times and then everybody's like, well, we got a chance, even if they go up 3-1.
Yeah.
We still can bring it back on these dudes.
I think that Nuggets series too, they were up like 17 going in or late in the
Well,
third quarter, going into
yeah.
4th.
Which is
And
crazy
you got
because it doesn't have
all-stars.
anything to do with the players on the court. Everyone's like, as long as Doc coaching, we got to check.
Doc Rivers is the only coach in NBA history to blow multiple 3-1.
That's what I'm saying.
How much Paul George had that series against the Nuggets? After game 4. It was game 4 or
4.
Game 5, 6, and 7.
Wait, Joe,
That's
did
what
you
I'm saying,
find
the
out
last
how
three,
many
I'm forgetting, the
series
last
he has
3 games.
actually won? Doc
But
Rivers?
that's what I said. The problem is if he loses, if they're going back and forth winning games, it's fine. But when you're
So
up,
if he like never won any series, but what if he lost all his series to 7 games? That would still be better than blowing 3-1 leads.
yes, because 3-1 leads, it's a 5% chance. You have a 95% chance of winning this series.
All you got to do is take it home.
That means
But he's not on the court.
that means he got Cinderella 3 times.
Yeah.
So in that,
You got beat up in
With
the
all
ring.
stars, though.
All you got to do is last in the ring. All you got to do is dance around the ring for 2
It was
minutes.
with 3 different teams.
But you won't
Yeah.
get your ass knocked
The
out.
worst thing, like let's just imagine you've been whooping this person's ass in boxing. You got 10 seconds left. The only thing that beats you is getting
knockout.
knocked out.
Hey, mate.
That happens every.
And you got knocked out 3 times.
No, but it ain't a knockout. No, it's not a
That's more on
knockout.
the
It's a
players,
knockdown.
though, bro.
The knockdown is a win for the other team. So now it's 3-2. He done knocked you down.
It's more.
Now you're looking at the scorecards. You're like, hey, man, he get another knockdown. He might have a chance. It's 5 seconds left. Bah.
How much was it?
so you asked about PG in that 2020 bubble playoffs against the Nuggets. So game 5, he had 26, 6, and 6. Game 6, he had 33, 6, and 5 steals.
Damn.
But game 7, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 for 16 from the field,
So the pressure.
2 for 11 from 3.
So it's pressure. And
No, because that wasn't your narrative. You thought he fucked up game 5, 6, and 7.
shit, game 7 had 10.
Okay, then who fucked it up game 5 and
what was
6?
and
Yeah,
Ben
go.
Simmons? He had Ben Simmons the last.
Who had 5 and
I'm
6?
just talking about the
Ben
players
Simmons.
he
There
had.
ain't no Ben Simmons over there.
In
What are you
Philly,
talking about?
in Philly.
They didn't do that in Philly.
Yes, he did lose.
No.
He did lose in Philly.
Not 3-1.
I thought
No,
he
you
was.
just talked about the bubble. So the fact that he had 30 and whatever, name somebody else who was also on the team for game
Blake
5
Griffin?
and 6. Because
Blake
it
Griffin?
wasn't him game 5 and
Blake
6.
Griffin.
Blake Griffin wasn't on the bubble.
Not the
So
bubble.
who else fucked up in game 5 and 6 then?
Shit.
Because it wasn't Pete.
Well, game 7.
So game 5 and 6.
So why was they saying playoff P then?
Huh?
Why was he getting talked about? Why was it
Wasn't playoff P
There
a
wasn't
good
a playoff P.
Wasn't
Well,
playoff P a
that
good
was
thing?
pandemic P.
was the bad one.
That was
I thought playoff
pandemic
P
P.
was a good one.
There ain't
No,
never
it
been
was
no
no
playoff
good.
P.
He said that, so they.
There ain't never.
Does he have? Are any of his
not even a
nicknames
such
positive?
thing. That's not a
Are,
such thing.
are any of his nicknames positive?
It was playoff
Yeah,
P
20,
but during the bubble because we
PG
report.
13. PG 13.
Yeah, that ain't positive either. That means kids can watch it.
Yep. It was nice. He was nicer. 24 was the killer.
It's nice, yeah.
You don't want
I want PG rated R. Huh? Like, all right.
PG rated
Like,
R.
you about out here killing some. I want that Indiana. Or that one that showed up in
24.
OKC.
24.
Man, for real.
Oh,
But
nigga.
look though, ain't that on the players? You getting your ass with 3 times? Oh, the
Dang,
coach.
why is it only
No,
Doc
man, you gotta
Because it's
some
strategy.
It's your strategy.
And you gotta adjust.
Some people
We can't
quit.
keep going under on the
people
pick
quit.
and roll.
But some people
Go
quit.
over.
So you can't adjust.
Trap it.
You can't do that during the game.
No, not if I'm.
Oh, I gotta listen
the
to
coach
everything he
keeps
said.
telling me to go
No,
under.
No.
And we like, Coach, listen, he keep hitting the 3, hit 4 in a row. So what?
No, man, stop. Come on, man.
If anybody
Y'all
in
not
the
listening to no
Arizona,
coach like that.
anybody in the Arizona group chat, if you have my breakdown of what oh no, not
So he only lost 3 in a row, 3 with Clippers. All of them was with
No, one with Magic, 2 with the Clippers.
Magic. With T-Mac.
03.
Oh,
Let me see it. Hold on.
They were up 3-1 on the Pistons shot.
Remember that.
Then
And T-Mac
2015, they were up 3-1 on the
T-Mac did
Rockets.
that.
Did he?
He said, I'm finally about to get out the first round. Remember that shit? I'm finally about to get out the first round. Got a motherfucking man. They said, all right. I'm going to show you.
Facts.
You don't say that?
See?
What Kobe say? What Kobe say?
He didn't have
I'm
to say
not
that.
done.
Hey,
I'm not done.
hey,
Didn't have to
I'm not
say that.
done.
But we gonna blame Doc for everything.
But what Doc do to stop it?
What did I do?
Well, T-Mac
Well, I
do
can't
to stop
speak on
his
that. I was
bleeding.
literally, I was like 6 when that was going on.
Send him a fruit basket.
Lexi, did that scar your life at all as a 6-year-old witnessing that?
No.
You went
I'm
on,
a-
went on to be
I was
a
happy
productive
as
member of
hell.
society, member of Gills Arena, presented by Underdog Woo Woo, current Seattle Storm guard.
I was so happy, bro.
7th on the leaderboard in athletes
I thought
Olympics.
they was finally about to get out.
Now, if they have the message I sent,
Do you think, so the Arizona group chat is just watching the show right now, waiting to,
some
I ain't
So
doing shit.
I sent a message during the 3-1 lead to Denver staff, and I want to see if they still have it.
But you sent it in the group chat?
No,
Oh, is there one person in the group chat who would have that message? Okay.
they said send this to Denver about Clippers and Doc.
The team they lost to.
So
How
you're
many years
responsible
ago- how
for
many years ago was
you're
this?
responsible for Doc Long, a 3-1
Years
lead.
ago was this?
Yeah, and part of the breakdown was this. I said they have 4 guys who are averaging 20-something, 18 coming off the bench. So this would have been Lou Will and Trez coming off the bench.
Yep.
I said you got to treat them like lions, right? The faster you make the game, they all get to eat, right? They're not disciplined enough to sacrifice. So slow the game down to about 105 to 110, right? Meaning that they're gonna suffer because they're not getting their numbers and they're gonna try to be selfish. A half-court game works for a player like Jokic and Murray because now he gets to dictate the tempo. So the slower you make the game, it hurts Clippers. And Doc won't adjust to that and try to speed the game up. So how you win the next game, 5,
Game 5.
you will win game 6 and 7. Keep that shit around anywhere from 100 to 110. Once that shit starts going to 120, 130, that's Clipper Town.
So game 5, Nuggets won 111 to 105.
But-
Lou Williams had 4 points. Trez had 6 points. Lou Will 2 for 10.
Remember Lou
From the
snuck
field.
out to go?
Earlier in the bubble,
This was in
That
the
was early in
bubble.
the bubble.
he had to go to a funeral and went to go get some.
again, Montrez
wings as
and
well.
playoff, he was fighting. They was getting into it. They was all messed up, man.
Bitch
So
ass
if
white
you know
boy, I
the
believe
team
was.
is actively trying to
Yeah,
slow you
that's
down.
what he
What
called
do you
him.
do to
Trez
not
was
get
about to
slowed
fight.
down?
He called him a bitch ass white
Like,
boy.
what's the?
You got to play your game, but I mean, but it's just something just watching. Like when you have 4 scorers on your team,
Wait.
the slower the team plays, it kind of hurts.
He
who
called
they are.
Luka a bitch ass white boy in that bubble.
Luka.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luka was out there, motherfucker, 31-9-9.
But that bubble was crazy, bro. Murray, how was Murray average? He was
He
killing.
was going crazy.
going crazy.
Yeah, they were down 3-1. They were down
Yeah,
3-1.
they came back.
They were down 3-1, came back. Murray hit that, 50, 42, and 50 on there.
Killing.
Yeah, I believe had a
He was out of his
Then him
mind.
and Mitch.
I even-
going
I even
back
ta-
and
I even-
forth.
40 piece in game 7.
There was
I
like
even-
what? There was like
Oh.
what? 5 or 6 of them that was just in a bubble.
I even wrote
Like,
one.
Nobody had 40 in game
They
7.
was
Another one.
experimenting
How
with
much
the
Kawhi
rims
had?
and the magnetic balls that they had.
Kawhi was playing right.
Judge.
No, that was Donovan Mitchell.
Look,
Where he had
it's-
six-
Shut up.
Oh, no, that,
was
I'm talking
decent.
about
What was the
Murray
dude
had
from
40 in the game
Indiana who was
7.
going crazy? Who's not even in the league no
okay,
more.
Jay Warren.
Like,
How much
what?
Murray had against the Clippers?
So in
so
game
crazy.
7, no, Murray had 40 against the Clippers. And in game 7, Kawhi had 14, PG had 10.
Come on, man.
Trez actually had 20 in that game off the bench, 26
Somebody
minutes.
had 40.
That's what I
They
said.
star had 40, and your 2 stars got 10.
Yeah,
We
that's
gon-
slow the game down.
That's the coach fault.
We gonna blame
Slow the
Doc.
game
Exactly.
down.
We gonna blame
They
Doc.
they slowed the game down on you. Like
So,
you guys can't eat, fight.
and Gil, as you pointed out, all those games
Kawhi
were in the
best
100 to
man.
110 point range.
Say it again.
All those games were in the 100 to 110ish range.
But I'm saying, don't
Gil-
Kawhi play in a system
You
that's slow.
have to adjust as a coach to the slower.
You gotta know that if they're slowing the game down, I got my teammates. These motherfuckers start looking at each other.
Man, who gonna
There's
get the
only
ball?
a handful, but there's only a handful of
Two
teams that
people
could
supposed
slow
to
them
get the
down.
ball
And
in that
Denver was
game.
one of them. Not many teams could play like that and still score at a high clip because they
It
don't have a
only-
Jokic.
But you
It
think-
only worked against a team like Jokic
Right, it
because
only-
you have a half-court guy
Yeah.
who wants
Slows
to.
it down.
That's his.
So they probably rolled the dice like, damn, if we face a team like that, which we don't know if we are,
How much
then they
Joker
did.
had? Joker had.
And they were still up 3-1, so I'm like,
Murray had
me work
40.
today.
There was no slowing. It was all cook.
What was what I just said? The score just off the top.
Jokic had 16 and 13
Thank you.
assists.
16.
The Clippers scored
One had
89 in
40,
that
and
game.
the other one had 16. You said it was Joker that won that game? It was Murray that
I
won
said
that
you
game.
slow the game down for Jokic to pick them apart.
He had 13 assists.
So we asked the chat,
Man, you
does
think
Doc
Murray
Rivers deserve
is
more
good.
credit? 73%. What do you think they said?
no.
No.
Thank you. 73% said.
Like that's what I said. I'm
you
a sure. Like,
brainwashed them.
that's what I said. If Tommy has, it was the GM. You know, if he has that original text message, you'll see what I wrote.
Tommy ain't got no job yet.
3-1. I said this is easy. I even text one about when they were playing. Oh shit, I did about Utah with Donovan Mitchell. I said keep Donovan Mitchell off his left side. I said he's a 2-foot jumper. All his power comes moving left. Everything he does move left. So if he goes right, he wants to snatch back to do his pull up, or he wants to go left. If you keep him right, he don't have the same explosion. So he's gonna somehow try to do these little underhand lays, try to spin through the. I said so. Just make sure everything you do is just push him right. You'll take away at least half his game, which will help.
All right, well, let's keep
How many
this.
of them teams went to the finals that beat them?
Freedom.
That beat so every time they beat Doc Rivers, they went to what, the Western Conference Finals or the
Yeah,
Eastern
so
Conference Finals?
2020 Nuggets obviously
Oh,
came
yeah,
back
Lakers,
3-1.
yeah.
We know what happened to them.
Yeah.
Hardest NBA
Harden.
championship
Oh, yeah,
of all
yeah.
time. 2015 it was the Rockets.
Okay.
They did not go to the finals.
Yeah, he just got outsmarted that one. That was for damn sure.
Yeah, that was.
And the Pistons.
Yeah, we gonna hack a Dwight if they hack a DeAndre Jordan. That doesn't sound like a smart move. If
They got
you
punked,
hack
too. They got
Dwight
punked that year.
and get them in a penalty, they're gonna sub Dwight out and put James Harden in. I mean, James to give the ball to James Harden. He's a free throw baiter. You don't have a free throw baiter.
So speaking of Dwight Howard was honored by the Orlando Magic, joined their Hall of Fame. yesterday in the ceremony. Shout out to Dwight. The unfortunate part of that is the Magic were taking on the Lakers. Lakers went into Orlando hoping to shake off consecutive blowout losses to the Bulls and Bucks. But like Kenyon always says, we know where hope works at. So unfortunately for us Lakers fans, not how it went down. Magic were on a 6-game home losing streak entering this one. But the combo of Paolo Banchero, also known as Paolo P. Carroll on this couch, and Franz Wagner went off for a combined 62 points in the 118-106 win over the Lakers. On the LA side, Luka had another 30-piece, 32 points, 7 and 7 in 38 minutes. LeBron in his second game back from the groin strain had 27, 7 and 6 in 38 minutes, and Austin Reeves had 18, 4 and 6
Oh, boy, we out there.
in 36 minutes.
Globetrotting, baby.
And
A nice little back door.
Lakers trailed by as many as 17 points, cut it down to 7 in the final 6 minutes before the Magic pulled away.
I got to cut. Come on, y'all got to
That's a
cut.
lot of dribbles.
That's
That
no
was a
move.
lot of dribbles.
Franz Wagner. Tough
Yeah, that little
Tough
move.
game to watch.
That little move right there, I don't like it.
You don't like the Paolo?
No, not that. The set the screen and then come back to the top. While your man just sit at the elbow.
Come on, Luka, play some fucking defense.
Oh, yeah.
That was Austin Reeves.
Shit. Luka, take the.
Austin Reeves.
Somber highlights. But before we get into the questions in the commentary of this section,
All I see was Austin Reeves.
like I mentioned, Dwight Howard.
Austin Reeves now.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All I'm saying is all I see was Austin Reeves. I didn't see no look.
blame Luka.
I ain't gonna lie.
But just want to give the Lakers a little bit of credit. As I mentioned, Dwight Howard joined the Orlando Magic Hall of Fame. Dwight, a member of that 2020 Bubble Championship squad. Lakers honoring Dwight's memory and legacy with the Lakers by allowing the Magic to win that game. Very admirable. After the game, Luka said it's on him and Bron to keep the team going during a slump. Lakers fell to 3-7 in their last 10 games. They've now lost 3 in a row, all by double digits. Gil, what's changed for the Lakers these last 3 games? As you wear your Luka Doncic jersey
The Lakers?
with the makeshift Adidas logo on it.
Just, that time of the season. Right? Trying to survive, trying to hang on in there, right? Trying to get ready for who's going to be part of the playoff squad. We won a few games that we didn't think we were going to win when Bron was out. Bron's coming back now. We just got to see who's there. That's all. But, Luka's doing his damn thing.
Luka's looking
You know,
comfy.
when we're talking about moving to the playoffs, as long as your stars and your main players are playing very well, everyone else will fit in. Right? It's just we're not winning.
That important part of the
These
process.
young teams that we ain't got to worry about is they playing. I mean, it's the Lakers, man. They come to town. You're gonna get up for those games.
Luka's gone over 30 points 5 of his last 6 games, including 3 straight.
He's adapted.
He has adapted because he is an adaptable human being. Swaggy, when you look at this Lakers squad, what are the biggest issues right now during this 3-game skid? 2 with the roster.
Why
near
gotta be
full
an
strength.
issue?
It's not
Well,
an issue.
'cause they're not
I'm
winning.
saying But
we can't win every game.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think
Man, check him, man.
Yeah, man, we trying to.
This is a
Figure it
LeBron.
out. Yeah,
This is a
come on,
LeBron
man.
fan. This ain't even a Laker fan. So
All
check
right.
him. Check
man.
him.
You question the allegiance, served the Lakers well during LeBron's tenure.
What you saying?
We'll continue to do
Hey,
so.
Hey, what you claim? What set you from?
I
You
said it's
Laker?
undergoing
You
some
Laker?
tough times right now.
Are you
Swaggy, as you
Laker?
know.
Are you Laker or
Are you Laker
Bron?
or are you Bron? Like, what's up?
I'm a Lakers fan
Okay.
because
Yeah,
of
but they
LeBron
need to
James.
tighten up. They're going to keep dropping.
Nah.
This is the problem. Y'all want dissension.
We doing perfect.
Y'all want dissension.
We staying right where Memphis at.
We staying right
where Memphis at.
Wherever that motherfucker Memphis is at.
We staying
Strategy,
right
wherever Memphis is, that's where we gonna be
man,
at.
we
So you just trying to match up with Memphis?
Where the Lakers rank defensively?
Lakers defense, I think, as a whole is like 13th or
13,
14th.
13, 14.
13th.
Yeah.
They went from 2 to 4.
No, so in this stretch from mid-January,
It's all right.
they were #1 defense in the league.
And then
All right.
now they're 13.
No, overall they were 13th. 14th. Now, damn, they dropped
All right.
again. Ain't that a bitch?
Still
It's
top half.
So it makes sense.
It's all right.
Top
it
half
makes
of the
sense.
league defense.
Last
Top
couple
half
So it's 3-game lose streak.
It's
Yeah, but 2 with the roster at near full strength. LeBron obviously
game
comes
was-
back.
No, that
Put
I
the
was
playoffs
at the
right
Bulls
now.
game. That was disgusting to watch.
With the defense?
We just
Which one?
The
defense?
Bulls game.
The defensive inconsistency.
I mean, because you got motherfuckers out there who making shots that they don't normally make. That happens.
Let me just
Not
see who
like
fits
that,
for the
but-
playoffs.
It was like, what if Denver shoot like that? They can't. The motherfuckers can't.
the Lakers can't score outside of the top 3.
That's crazy. You say out the top 3. That's a big top 3. That's a lot of
There's
scoring.
a lot of
Why
scoring.
y'all
It was a
just-
very
y'all
solid
just
top
got beat
3,
by
but-
20.
And then 40.
Trying to
you
figure
talking
out who
about?
fits on the team for the playoffs.
What?
match is gonna be with who?
Bronny.
Yeah. Shit, he might play. He might blow out some teams. He gonna get in. He gonna be on the bench. He
Well,
got that
when they're
good
getting
spirit.
blown out, then I'll get in.
Who, Memphis?
No.
I don't think Memphis want to see us. See Ja this year?
How did you say that y'all just got whooped?
I'm just saying, going into the playoffs, you strategize for matchups, and you don't want to see what.
You just got whooped by the Bulls.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You're tanking. That's what
I'm
the
pretty-
Mavs should do that.
I'm just saying, Memphis don't have a bunch of shooters that's going to have 146. They don't even play that fast.
Y'all was just
They have
saying y'all got the
146.
best third option
Ja.
in the NBA.
I still do. Austin
We
Reeves.
still do.
Best third option.
The first round to be
Papa D.
hard.
Limon, Lemon Daddy, as he's known.
There's a
He need
rookie.
to warm
There's
up.
there's a rookie in Chicago that says,
Matas Buzelis.
Shout out rebound.
Norris Cole told us that he was going to come
don't
up on.
move the fuck around.
He would. I was not. I was not hip. I did not realize how good he was.
You don't
Flag.
speak this
My
shit.
top-
I speak.
He
Boy.
did that just
G-League
for them
Ignite.
get Cooper Flag. He don't want Cooper Flag in Chicago.
So interesting stat though.
Josh Giddey.
The Gizzler.
Everybody has a career high. I mean, averaging
man.
7. I mean, you averaging 7 points again for the season. Do you, man?
Matas.
I mean, I know it's the Lakers. We coming in the building. You trying to impress us, you know? It was everybody's birthday. That's all.
Some would say auditioning.
Yeah, it was everybody's birthday. We get it.
So Lakers 30 and 13 versus the Western Conference this season.
And these two.
13 and 15 versus the Eastern Conference.
But remember, these two
Wait.
teams are playing for the play-in.
Say that again.
Lakers are 30 and 13 versus the West this season.
So we're smacking
the Western Conference, the conference that we'll need to play to advance.
So we're
to the
smacking
NBA
them.
Finals,
Okay.
Where we would play the Eastern Conference team where we are 13 and 15
It's on
currently
long
again.
trips. It's on
Yeah,
long
long
flights.
fucking
Yeah,
long
and
flights.
you know,
Orlando,
you
Disney
more-
World.
You more
And-
focused on.
And right
Cocoa
now,
Beach.
when we went in there cold, I mean, brawn knees and the battery packs, motherfucker, over freezing and shit,
Yeah,
man. Nobody
yeah.
want to be out there. Nobody want to be out there. You ever been to Chicago in the winter? Man, it's cold as fuck out there. man.
Chicago actually came to LA.
We got.
They
I
actually
was
were
sitting there,
here.
I'm like,
Oh, they
They
was
actually
here?
were
They were
here.
in Los
like it
Angeles.
wasn't that cold.
Told you I was at the game.
That was that cold breeze.
It wasn't a cold, particularly
That was
cold.
that cold breeze that they
Brown first
brought.
game.
It was only about 71.
Brown first
It
game.
was actually a beautiful night here.
Very
It was
chilly.
the chill. I knew the cold came through, man.
So the Lakers were just 41 and 20 in the 2 seed on March 7th. That's 2.5 weeks
It
ago.
would be 2 seed.
They got a 2-1 advantage on Memphis.
Man, we don't give a fuck about that.
Fourth game of the series is this Saturday. They say they can win that series.
You don't want to play Phoenix or.
But they're on one versus the Thunder this season.
See, look at you.
Play them twice in OKC in
Strategizing
April.
instead of just playing.
On the 6th and the 8th.
We're not worrying about none of that, man. We good. We where we are.
Right?
You said 30 and 13
30 and 13 against the
against
Western
the
Conference.
teams that they
That
say
they will
we
likely-
should be scared of.
They'll likely face in the Western Conference playoffs, which is just limited to teams in the Western Conference. 13 and 15 against the East so far this season.
You don't want to see them.
To be honest, I think right now, I'm gonna just go on a limb. I think they need to start trying to play some of the younger dudes to see if we can speed the
what I'm
game up
saying.
just a tad bit.
And which younger dudes would you suggest that they play to see if they can speed the game up
I don't
just
even
a
want to
tad?
say Connect Four, but Connect Four.
Dalton Connect.
You know what I mean? There's
No, bro.
You know, Luka's game is for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And right now, we need to just play a little bit faster. You know,
Rudy
His
just came back. That was Rudy first came back too.
Second.
name.
He's been on a minute
Oh,
restriction.
come on, man. See?
Missed 12 games previously, came back for that Bulls game, coming off the bench.
So this is Bron's second game back too, right?
Bron's second game back from a groin strain.
So they gotta fit back into the mix, you know.
Reacclimating
you get
themselves.
used to playing without Bron.
Like,
Now you got he's on the floor. Now you think too much.
When you
So.
chat GPT so much.
like I'm not mad at the like we got everything we need for Luka
Yeah.
and LeBron to be successful. So you don't really can double them because we got outside shooting.
Yeah.
We just don't have what Luka needs when he's driving. That person who can jump. that he can just throw the lob to the
Jackson Hayes has kind of been feeling.
but he
in that
don't play.
role.
He don't play enough.
Yeah.
Right? You remember he had Lively and Gafford.
What that buff military dude?
Trey Jameson.
Man, that
It's
motherfucker
weird.
could jump. You know that. Nah.
It's all
But military arm.
That's what I'm saying.
That unorthodox ass buff motherfucker.
He too
He
buff.
look like he
Who
prayed
y'all
6
talking-
times a day.
Who are y'all talking about?
Athletes in action. Trey Jameson.
He look like he eat grapes and salad all day.
Buff man.
weird.
He played 1 minute
Y'all be
against the
weird.
Magic.
He eats grapes and salad
He
all
looks.
day.
Oh, you heard
What
that?
is-
He too cut up. He too cut up to be in the
Because
NBA.
y'all always bragging about Luka being everything and all things. Now you sit here talking about you need some extra shit now.
No,
We all need
It's
extra shit
always
in life,
something
though.
with y'all, man. We need this. We
trying to
need
improve.
a
It's called
dunker.
improving.
We need a shooter.
Y'all haven't we needed all year.
You got it.
Y'all haven't we
I
need
mean,
this
if
all
I buy
year.
a Maybach and I want rims on my Maybach. I want some 10 on the Maybach. I want some 12 speakers on the Maybach. You know
What is a Maybach without rims?
I'm allowed to deck my
Fill a
shit out
Maybach.
for the ultimate goddamn prize. I want to win all the championships. What? If I can get KD, if I can get Curry, why not?
Because, man, the pimp your ride don't give you no reward. You just look like
Y'all really
goofy
are.
with a
Y'all
goofy
really
ass
are
ride.
pimp my ride over
You
there.
just got a goofy ass ride that you drive this bitch twice
The
a
Lakers
year.
are really pimp my ride
Yes,
right
pimp
now.
my ride. Let's try this new shit. Look, man, I got a whole fucking stove in my
I
back
heard you
seat.
like kitchen.
That doesn't make sense. It's nice, but it don't make sense.
back here.
That's the Suns right now.
I can cook bagels back here. Look at
Suns
that
is
shit.
to pimp my ride. Got a whole fish tank
that's
in
a
the back of
great
that.
On the floor.
whole stove
In the back seat, nigga.
my ride, bro.
We heard you like cooking crack, so we got
Put a whole bunch of shit in there that
Oh,
don't make
that's
no
that's
sense.
crazy.
I don't
People
need
was
nothing
putting-
sitting
people was
here,
putting
but
wild
throw it in
shit
there.
in them cars.
Yeah, I got a washing machine.
You just need to drive. That's what a car's for.
heard you funky.
You don't need to cook in your car.
You
Man.
don't,
You don't
but
need
it's
to watch a
fun when
whole
you do
movie,
it,
but
right?
it's fun to
It's the
show it off.
Lakers. It's the Lakers. Look.
All y'all wanted to be on that show.
Facts. That is
wanted
true.
to be on that.
That is, didn't need my ride pin back in the day.
Great show.
Shout out
Start
Exhibit.
thinking about Exhibit. That's crazy.
Exhibit.
Think about Exhibit.
Show up to your crib. I got your ride.
You some hot pocket.
Look, man, you got
gotta
a
do is
stove.
stand up here.
Oh, I got a stove in my car.
MTV Pimp Right Rides.
Pimp my ride.
Nah, now when you think about some of the shit they have in there, you be like, wow.
Why?
I was still like,
Why?
ooh, when I get on there,
What?
man, I'm gonna have the 4 speakers with it, man, with the fish tank in it, man. Oh my God, when I lift it up, that shit gonna look gravy.
It's a car.
It's a car.
Dumb
Point A
ass
to
shit.
point B.
Yeah.
Take a moment to
need to
salute the
bring
glory
that
days, ladies and gentlemen, MTV.
Great.
They should bring that back.
So Lakers been very streaky in the second half of the season. After losing their first game post All-Star break, went on an 8-game winning streak, followed by a 4-game losing streak, followed by a 3-game win streak, and now in the midst of a 3-game losing skid. Who are the real Lakers?
You'll see in the playoffs, you know. That's all.
Because if I say it, everybody gonna be like, damn, the NBA rigged.
Yep.
I mean, who the real Lakers champs? 2025 champs.
Yeah, you had previously
Hey.
said 2026. You weren't fully committed to 2025.
I wasn't.
Y'all not winning.
I wasn't really committed to the 2025 champ.
But
And I already gave us guaranteed 2026.
But what
Guaranteed.
tell them what happened.
2025. Luka
Thank you.
wasn't what everybody was saying, right? You was telling us, you was basically saying he was 6'3", and the motherfucker got here, he's 6'8". Oh, you been lying. You been KDing us. Oh, yeah, I'm only like 6'9". But you 7'1". Oh shit, we'll take this. We got some we got some extra shit to do. So the fact that he is who we thought he was all last year, all during the playoffs. Yeah, that changes the dynamic of it. You know, you thinking, you know, you be like, oh man, he got to get in shape. This shit might. The fact that he was, like, he's been showing you now who he is. He's been averaging what since the All-Star break?
Let me pull it up.
36.
Because in 3 games he was warming up for half the
yeah.
minutes and stuff.
Oh, that-
What has he
oh.
been in? Yeah.
Oh, 17.
I'll give you March 2025, much more accurate. So since in the month of March, 31 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, 11 games this month.
Yeah, you know what I
Look
mean?
how he looking. He don't like this.
8 of those 11 games, he's eclipsed 30 points. In the 9th game, he had 29.
I mean, we didn't even need all that. We didn't even need all that. Same thing I was saying when it was him and AD. Like, he rebounds damn near 3 less than AD, but on the assist part, he's bringing in 25 extra points. That's what AD didn't have. That's what Jokic does to us.
So let's
what are you missing?
let's bring it over to the anti-Laker side of the couch, Mr.
Yeah.
Larry.
With the Laker jersey
Mr.
on.
Larry, Minneapolis.
I can officially be that now.
Minneapolis Lakers
I don't
jersey.
play for the Sparks no more.
North
What do you mean?
Carolina
What do you mean?
and
I can
What do you mean,
be
Minneapolis?
Wow, so you've been waiting to be that?
What is
Yes.
that?
MPLS.
No, that ain't Minneapolis. I don't give a fuck what you talking
can't.
about.
Literally.
They dropped that in
I've been
2000. They dropped that in 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
See,
Literally the foremost
sure.
support
that
letter.
came out when I was just getting into the NBA.
Yeah.
So that's a Laker
Right?
jersey.
That's-
Not to be
Laker
mistaken
jersey.
for M, please.
That's a Laker jersey. They dropped that in me.
That is definitely a Lakers jersey,
Yes.
isn't it?
Minneapolis.
No.
the Derek Fisher jersey.
Derek Fisher. What year did what team the Lakers he played for?
Member of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, he didn't play for. Was it Minneapolis?
Well, I don't know.
They asking us about
They said we're anti-Lakers.
Well,
She said
Celtics
she could
fan,
happy
I
she
think,
could
very,
finally be
very
a
well.
Laker.
I know. I don't know
documented.
why you asking the anti-Lakers Laker
This
question.
is Gills Arena, and we are fair in this couch.
She said she happy.
I know she happy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Key
I can be
King,
my true self.
the Key King side of the couch.
It just hurts me, man.
Who are the real Lakers, Cemetery Larry?
Who are the real Lakers?
Who are the real
Laker
Lakers?
hat on
They got a Laker hat on with a Laker
Duh.
jersey.
That's a nice hat.
and a Laker
Shaw, you
white
a
beat.
walking contradiction at times.
And a
I
Laker
would say.
white beat.
First of all,
Just
that's a Kobe
sometimes.
Bryant
His
with
wife beater
with
got
his
Lakers
back
sign on.
with his back to. It's 2 for Bryant. It don't say Lakers, and this don't either. Just say MPLS. Okay,
Derek Fisher.
okay. Derek Fisher. There at the end. It don't say nothing about the Lakers. Okay. now when you talking about the Lakers, and you're dealing with all the excuses of how Luka scores all this offense and it offsets what AD does, but then you don't say what he actually is going to make up for that you're losing with AD, which is why you're 13th, which is why you can't get no stops down the stretch, because you inherited something that needs insurance at all times. You don't have that. They didn't have it in Dallas. That's why they couldn't withstand it. You don't got defenders that you can implant and say, help Luka. Who they gonna do that with? Vando? You gotta put Vando in to help Luka, then you're missing firepower. AD was that for y'all, and y'all ain't never gonna make up with it with no Jackson Hayes or no whoever,
probably wouldn't have made the
Aaron the
playoffs.
plumber, whoever else.
Probably wouldn't have made the playoffs. Think about it. AD hurt 18 games.
What were you missing with AD?
I'm just saying.
You had Lil D'Lo out there, right?
See all that.
Little?
Right? So you got Lil
Depend
D'Lo,
on Little
you got
D.
D'Lo, LeBron, AD with Austin Reeves.
Little D.
Those 4.
Okay.
Now who you got? You only got 3.
That's all you need. Less is more sometimes.
You made it further with more.
No, we
You
didn't.
made it to the finals,
No. What's
right? You got swept. You got swept in the finals, right? Remember that?
What's
Remember that dust? You remember that dust from the bottom of the dustpan, right?
Different era.
But who we play?
Who was on your team? Don't say who we play. Who was on your
Play
team?
Memphis.
You
That's
had
what we
D'Lo,
play.
LeBron, AD, and a bunch of other motherfuckers.
And what they do.
They
in
got
the final.
there.
But what they do when they got there, that's the key.
They got outplayed.
No, they didn't.
So what I'm asking you now is, how is Luka supposed to get you there?
It was a
Without-
he had
without what
0
he
last
needs.
year, right?
Nah, fool's gold, man.
You feel like this Lakers squad is fool's gold.
Absolutely.
Purple and fool's gold? Mm-hmm. Lexi,
And
I
New
mean, I
York
feel like
side,
when you have
and the Knicks
LeBron
side,
and Luke on your team, you always have a chance.
and the Knicks
so Lexi, you
side,
said you're no longer part of the Sparks, so that
I can be my true pro Boston self, which makes you anti-Lakers. So, yeah.
wow.
I think OKC going to the finals, so there's that. But I don't know why no one else thinks that.
I can see it.
Because no
I
one
can
else
see
is
it.
high.
Yeah.
I see it. Look,
How is that take worse than Lakers getting to the finals?
I'm with you.
Like
I'm
what?
with you.
How?
I'm not
I'm
hot
hoping
right
the
How?
Lakers get there, but
No.
It
OKC
was
is
funny.
the favorite.
It was just funny.
Cause
You might
what?
be high. You might be. OKC,
I can't wait till they get there.
So who y'all really think besides the Lakers? Like, unrealistic.
Be for real,
Besides
girl.
the Lakers, like for real. Y'all
Denver.
laughed when she said OKC.
Denver.
See, I don't see Denver going at all.
Damn, you got people in here
I
coughing.
think Denver might lose.
We're talking about the West
first
right
round.
now.
I know Denver's in the East. I mean,
Denver might lose first round, I feel like.
Who, the
Nah,
Denver
I think
Nuggets?
Denver, Minnesota might make a little run too, though.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to have to play
I
Minnesota.
think the
again.
Warriors will make a little run.
Denver. If they
Minnesota's not the same Minnesota's last year, man.
Sure aren't.
Them niggas are struggling. They don't know. They're not
They're
together.
identityless.
But they can get it together.
Yeah.
They can get it. Just think about it. They're a team that if they can, for 1 or 2 nights, be on the same page, they look great.
And what they did was bully them. They still got the same bullies.
No, but they don't have the shoot. They don't have
They don't got
They don't
cat.
have shooting.
They the Grizzlies back
yeah,
in
they're
the
the
day.
Grizzlies.
They-
Don't
they-
don't want to be the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they don't want to be the Grizzlies. Yeah. Facts.
Well, speaking of
Or
the
they could
Grizzlies,
play the Warriors, but
Yeah, shout out to Zebo, Tony Allen, Out the Mud, Grizzlies. What's up, homies?
nice gentleman. Where Zebo comes from, the bullies get bullied. But talking about the Grizzlies, in terms of standings, Lakers are in 4th place right now in the West, currently hold the tiebreaker over Memphis, exact same record of 43 and 28 at this juncture. So they only lead the 6th place Warriors by 2 games, and the 7th and 8th seeds, Clippers and Wolves, trade the Lakers by just 3 games. So a bad losing streak could potentially put them in playing
Brother, what
territory.
is with you?
right? Where you
They
at?
made me do
What do you
this.
mean losing streak?
It's
What are you talking-
self-humiliation
We just
day.
got our whole team back,
Who
brother.
we play next?
We just got our whole team back. What you think is about to do to the West Coast again? Right.
It is a
Relax.
They're gonna be crip walking all over.
Yeah. What are you talking about? We've been load managing long before you knew it.
no. There's no concern on this side of the couch of the Lakers falling out of the top 4 in the West.
What's our next 3 games?
Who cares?
Next 3 games.
Are we on the road? On
Yeah,
Road trip.
man. We on the road.
Normally- when you-
At the Pacers tomorrow. A rematch with the Bulls on Thursday.
Woo!
yeah.
In Chicago, also known as Babago, My Bloods.
Nice.
And at the Grizzlies Saturday.
Oh, that's 0-3.
And just like
Yeah.
the
Wait, what's standing?
It's like
up? Where they at?
0-6.
Where y'all at? 6?
4th in the West right now,
Fourth.
tied with the Grizzlies on the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What's the games
He gonna
below
go-
that? Who's
He might go to
who's
second.
who's
if
below?
he win all 3 of these.
Oh, in the standing?
Yeah.
So currently, you
Y'all
have.
tied for 4th. So who's 5, 6, 7?
So
Warriors.
6 right now is the Warriors.
Warriors gonna.
How many
finish
games
top
back
4.
are they?
They are 2 games behind the Lakers currently.
Warriors are gonna finish in the top 4. I think.
Clippers are 3 games behind the Lakers in the 7th
Yeah.
spot.
10 games left. They all can make
And
a
the
run.
Wolves are also
10
3 games
games
behind the
left,
Lakers.
right?
So those 3 good teams that can make runs and win games in the next 10.
The Lakers could also make a run.
No.
Yeah, we just got all our players back. So, yeah.
Wait, Steph is still out.
I think they're gonna stay where they at.
Backy out of me. He did join the Warriors.
Well,
They can
might-
stay
never
in that
mind
6th
then.
spot.
No, Steph
I'm gonna
is
read.
rested.
We're staying in 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna rethink.
We're
that
gonna beat
statement.
5, and then we play the young OKC. That's.
Yeah.
Then we'll see Denver in the Western Conference Finals.
I think Denver get into there.
You got nobody to guard them dudes at OKC.
I don't know, yeah.
they guard
is
themselves.
Well, let's talk about a positive on the Lakers
It's
front.
always positive.
Every day in LA.
It's a very pro Laker.
Another tough day for Bronny haters Monday. Let's take a look at what Bronny
There
James
was.
did in the G League last night.
You haters.
Beautiful moment. In his most recent NBA game, Bronny scored a career high 17 points, played in the G League for the South Bay Lakers against the
We're
Warriors.
talking.
Dropped a career high there as well. Bronny had 39 points last night, 14 for 21 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3,
Ooh.
5 for 6 from the free throw line. So in addition to that 39, he also had 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block in his 38 minutes. So in 10 G League games this season, Bronny's averaging 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 46, 38, 81 shooting splits. Take a moment if we can, chat. Just enjoy this. That's Bronny James right
Really?
there. Come back.
Really?
Right there.
Damn.
See, he
On the
wasn't
Warriors,
doing
I might
this in
add.
High school, bro.
Yeah, Bronny. Go, Bronny,
Like
go.
father, like son. Looking a lot more comfortable out there,
For real. And look at him talking.
ready to fulfill the
You ain't
prophecy.
never seen him talk.
Smiling,
trash.
talking shit.
You ain't never seen that.
I'm my daddy's son.
You seen Space Jam too.
That makes me so happy.
So in the last 2 games, Bronny set a career high in the NBA against the Bucks, 17 points. Also set a career high in his next game in the G League against the Warriors, albeit from Santa
Yo,
Cruz.
Rashad, what do you think,
Leave me
Rashad?
alone, yo.
What
So
do
Gil,
you
Bronny
think?
starting to.
No, come over here, Joe.
Yeah, start with
This one right
little
here.
nigga, Little Steve. Start with Little Steve. Start with Little Steve.
Come over here.
So Mr. Cemetery Larry Championship Charles, man who goes by many names.
You said it. That's how I'm going. That's it. You said it. I can only go.
You
off
did
what
say it. You called yourself
Yeah,
that.
I was to be a nigga like you. Sorry, Mr. Charlie.
So you came back to it, Nick.
No, I'm
we
sorry.
did this last week.
Steven,
we
my
come
boy.
back to it.
Big house.
You remember what happened last week when
No,
you
I'm
tried?
gonna-
You
I'm
tried
gonna-
it,
I'm not coming
and then
back.
you stopped halfway because I was like, you go through with this. You go through with this. It's good show. Trouble. Don't do it. Jangle-lane. Leave me alone. I ain't did nothing to nobody. Congratulations, young fella. Look good out there.
They all play. Y'all play hard.
Look good.
What is it? You all play hard.
Look good. Look good out there.
Let's clap it up for Bronny, everybody.
Oh, we got two of them back there for the Bron.
Yeah.
We got two.
Man.
So this is the LeBron smoke machine, Gil. This is the
Bronny. Hey.
added to the arena.
That shit crazy. Just Make-A-Wish Foundation, huh?
You had to get it off.
He back.
What we
There
doing?
we go.
He back.
Show the real you.
No,
Come
because
on.
y'all just did a whole thing. I just did what I did, and then you clapped, and where the presents at?
So two
Where the
smoke
fucking
machines.
presents at?
Two
Shit.
smoke machines, the Bronny smoke machine and the LeBron smoke machine. LeBron
Good
smoke
job,
machine,
son.
older, thicker smoke. The Bronny machine, a little bit more younger, vibrant smoke.
Good job, son.
Fills the room a little bit
Younger, vibrant smoke.
more younger and vibrant, you know. But on a serious note, Gil, is Bronny starting to turn the corner in his progression?
Oh, God.
I'm making that face all the time. Get off the best ball draft. I'm
Because
about to pick one for you.
No, I can get Tatum right now.
So you picked Tatum last year. How many times you picked?
Every year.
Yesterday
Every
on the
year.
couch. Yesterday on
I
the
can't
couch.
help it if they stupid enough not to take the team that might go to the championship. Huh? You relax, okay?
And also just want to point out that Bronny told a fan recently that your chain is fake, which
Man.
to me is a level in his growth
Yeah.
to be able to clap back.
He took Tatum, but I got Luka, so it don't even matter.
Gil, this is
Multitask,
important to you.
please.
Now we're talking about what's important. Chad has been bitching all show. Talk about Bronny. I said no. We have other things to talk about. I said no. Talk about Bronny.
What are we gonna say that's not there?
Is he turning a corner in his progression as you've seen Bronny over these past couple weeks?
Couple months?
We're really coming
Months?
on.
Months.
Black History Month, I think, was the really
Month?
launching point.
I mean, since this year, since what? January? How he's been playing since January.
Stephen A. Smith made some comments. pleading
I'm not
with
talking
LeBron.
about they fantasy of what they talking about. I'm talking about reality. In reality, they should name the G League Bronny League because it's fucking them up.
the B League.
Right? I mean, he is really dominating.
League.
I mean, have we heard about anybody else's performance in the G League? He is the G League. Are we going to pretend he's not?
Seen that crowd?
He is the G League. He's been performing. Like you know how I know he's playing so well in the G League?
Don't make me do it.
When the excuse is, oh, it's just the G League. Oh, now it's just the G League because he's dominating.
Yeah, because when he wasn't playing
Oh, like he
well,
can't even ball in
can't
the G
even
League.
play there, he's not
Now the
gonna
fact
do
that he's dominating the G
Now you're
League,
like,
it's
it's just the
easy
G
for
League.
him. Everybody
Blah,
now is,
blah,
oh, it's just the G League. Do that in the NBA.
Okay.
What's dominating?
Man, I had
Doing something better than everyone else in your same position. So that means if you take the second round and you say, what is their performance in the G League? And then you add that up. One is King Kong compared to everybody else. Dominance.
man.
You know, so there's first rounders in there that's average about 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one knows because no one talks about the G League. There's only one person in the G
Saying,
League.
Talk about other players. If
Is,
y'all got a problem with everybody
Bronny-
talking about
Keep it
Bronny,
to
then
be
talk
in
about
the
other
G-
people.
Who's the G League MVP?
Bronny.
Who's selling out arenas?
Bronny.
Huh? Hey, who's selling in jersey sales?
Bronny.
If they drop a shoe, who gonna be number 1 in the G League in shoes?
Bronny. Why people got to be Bronny?
Well, I guess that's a great point because I actually did get Tubi merely for Bronny G League game.
Why are you so bothered by this?
I'm about to go get this Tubi, see some shit on.
Shout out Tubi, a great
Yeah,
place.
Shout out to
Hey,
me,
Tubi was
man.
made for horrible movies.
made for-
And I was just to watch Bronny.
You can watch Ghost Dog or
Tubi got
Bronny.
some gems on there. I got some good movies on there.
I met Ghost Dad, Bill Cosby, great film. Where everybody wants to go back in there. Ghost Dad was
So
a
what's
good
the next topic?
Yeah. I think we killed that right there. Stop, man.
I don't understand you.
That walk, that's like
one
when
does.
Jason come in. Look.
You gotta get a little bit closer, Lex, to get to know me now.
No.
Why?
Cheer for Bronny.
I'm just saying, hey, if Matt McClung's dad played in the NBA, we'd be having a problem, wouldn't we?
And Mac McClung's in the G League too, right?
Otis McClung.
Hey, well, let me see what Mac McClung's stats is, because since he's there, Mac,
Mac McClung.
Who is that?
the dunk contest guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he balling. He was G League MVP.
He was G League MVP
That was the
year.
MVP last year, Matt?
last year.
Bronny wasn't here though.
Bronny, as we know, was not in the G League last year.
Bronny was still at school.
So he's averaging 24 this year.
Who? McClung?
McClung.
Look at the history of how much he's averaged. He still ain't got a shot.
Yeah, I don't. That has nothing to do with
They gave
Bronny
him a
though.
couple shots. He got a couple 10 days now.
That has nothing to do with Bronny though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He still keeps doing the dunk contest.
Said
McClung, a G League veteran. A Bronny,
dominated.
G League
Vet
rookie.
too. His
They're
first year,
dominating.
he wasn't averaging
They're
that.
dominating.
A G League vet.
He getting dominated by a young freshman.
I mean, at 26, you're only averaging 2 more points.
Yeah.
Especially when people say you was trash. You know.
Yeah.
He's
What
MVP.
the-
But I mean, but for being undrafted,
He,
McClung should have been and got a chance in the NBA.
he got a couple, didn't he? He got a couple 10 days. He signed 2 ways.
Yeah, but unless you get a real shot.
Yeah.
Like I watched him in
Yeah.
Clyde. Like
Yeah.
he actually can put the ball in the basket. He's just never actually had a full shot.
Well, that's
into the
why-
NBA.
Can he put the ball in the basket?
Yeah, he can put the ball in the basket.
Why?
Or he was just like a high school.
Yeah, but
No. He can put
right,
Dunker.
You can
you
cheer
can't take
all you
all
want.
that.
You can cheer, but
you
it's
can't
just a
take that
season.
all out on one player.
You can't take it out on one game.
one game, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months.
This man been doing it 4 years.
Hey, man.
Again, that don't got nothing to do with.
Yeah, it's just overlooked.
But he's been
That's the point.
He
It's
came in
overlooked.
6 years ago. What
So
they
we
gotta do?
shouldn't overhype it because it's always been overlooked. It's always been overlooked.
Man,
We
but-
shouldn't be hyping it now. We've been overlooking that.
But-
All of those performances now.
Well, yeah, because we wasn't fans of none of them players.
No,
fans of
what we're
Bronny.
gonna give credit to is the 17 in the league that he did on league motherfuckers. Like,
Oh,
that's-
speaking of that.
that's you have to give him credit for that.
Yeah, for
You,
sure.
you give him credit for dropping 17 on the
Wait,
Bucks.
people in the G
career high
League,
30
that's-
minutes,
that's-
career high 5 assists.
You got to
You
give
do
him
more.
credit for
You gotta give him credit for all of
that.
it.
But the
You gotta
G
give
League,
Give
the
him
G
credit
League
for
is
all
just
of it. It's not our fault that people don't want to
deceptive.
show love to the G League guys.
It can't be deceptive because
it is.
look what it. Look
Because
at the
there's-
growth he got though.
No, that's not saying nothing about growth. It's just deceptive because it's in the G League. It's lesser competition, all that shit.
No.
We know that.
No.
Grown men in the G League, though,
Grown
fighting
men
for their
in the G
basketball.
It's lesser
People fighting for
competition.
their
Like
life.
I mean, yes,
literally
it's lesser
fighting for
competition.
their
Yeah,
lives.
to the
in
NBA.
there.
I don't give a fuck about no fight. It's lesser competition.
But would you say that competition
Motherfucker.
is higher than college, though?
But you can't say Lester.
about the
because-
same.
You can't say Lester when before he wasn't even worth the G League
Yeah.
spot.
Remember
Now
that?
it's worse. Like
Yeah.
you see
It's
how.
lesser.
Hey, push-
Less.
But
It's less talent.
it wasn't
but he
less
wasn't.
talent.
He wasn't even supposed to be good.
So what? Yeah, he's there.
Now it's so what?
He's
That's
supposed
the
to be in college. Yes.
'cause y'all-
He's supposed to be in March Madness
Yes,
right
but-
now.
but he don't have to be
But
there.
he's not. So
'Cause
we're
he's averaging-
celebrating
he's
G
averaging
League
22
performances.
in the G League.
Because we're celebrating G League performances.
Yeah.
I would rather talk college basketball than G League.
Well, that's you.
Exactly. So don't ask me unless you don't want my answer.
Wait. But
Don't ask me unless you want my answer. You ask me a question, I'm gonna give you my fucking answer.
you can't say it's just less. It is
It's-
lesser,
what
but
the fuck?
some of them guys are NBA players.
I don't, there's still less
It don't matter.
talent.
But you still going up against NBA players.
Yes. But it's in the minor leagues.
But he wasn't even good enough for the minor leagues when y'all
he
first
played
started
the first
this
game
bullshit.
in G League.
Now he's averaging 22. Now y'all are saying, oh, it should be. Now it ain't the NBA. Y'all, like you can't even give a motherfucker credit that you down.
Yeah.
You said he wasn't good enough for
Who
it.
said that?
Everybody.
Who?
All of y'all.
Don't say you.
You.
I didn't say
You
shit.
part of it.
I don't give a fuck about it, to be honest. What the fuck I look like celebrating or criticizing a G League performance, bro? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Well, first
Y'all
game he had,
stop pinning
what,
that shit on
7
me
points?
too, man. Stop pinning it on me. Like everybody else ain't feeling like I'm feeling and saying what I'm saying. Y'all motherfuckers be tripping with that shit.
But if you
I
said
don't
it-
care nothing about it. So
Everybody.
stop asking me about it.
I
I
told
don't
y'all
care
not to
nothing
ask
about
it.
Bronny
I
and
told
G
y'all.
League and any of that. Cause nigga run up on, man, I'm not on that. I'm not trying to take personal shots. Stop asking me so I can take personal shots so y'all can clip it. Get off that shit, man. Lex, yeah, you pointed it over here first. You
Yes,
said
'cause I
side,
love
yeah.
Bronny.
Cause I ain't got no hate. I ain't hating on nobody. But don't be pointing over here like I won't shoot my shots. It's what we do.
I doubt Brian
Shoot or
run up
shoot.
on you with your.
I ain't talking about that. I ain't even saying none of that. Nah, we ain't on that. I ain't on that. I'm just saying, like you asked me a question, you want me to talk about it? What
Yeah,
the-
All right.
said
Well, since we
something.
can't glorify the G League, then let's just glorify his performance in the NBA. 2023 draft and 2024 draft. He has more NBA points than 29 of those players.
Damn.
Now we can move on.
And let us. Let's take it back to South Beach. Warriors are in Miami tonight, which means Jimmy Butler is making his return to South Beach. So we know things ended ugly between Jimmy and the Heat, but that didn't stop him from enjoying a spirited game of dominoes yesterday in Miami with teammate Draymond Green. Get there, have fun, smiling, kiki. There he is. Good to see Jimmy enjoying his time in his old stomping grounds. After all, Jimmy did lead the Heat to 2 NBA Finals appearances with less than ideal rosters. There's a certain phrase that the Heat like to use, and that phrase is heat culture. So Jimmy disputed the reputation of that a little in an interview with Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Here's what Jimmy had to say. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I think it's a little bit like overused talking about the Heat culture. It is a great organization, but I think a large part of that culture is you get guys that buy into a winning mindset. You get some guys that buy in, you get some really good players, and you get the opportunity to talk about Heat culture a little bit more. I'm not saying it to talk down or anything, but I think whenever you have really good players, you can name it whatever you want to name it. So you heard what Jimmy said. So is Heat culture for real or fugazi?
Why whenever I'm talking, y'all always put the camera? You can see I'm literally off screen and you always put the camera on me.
Well, this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Woo Woo.
But I'm literally trying to get this person's attention, get me a shot and some Red Bull, and then I see me right here on the goddamn
He
screen.
don't need a shot right now.
All I'm saying is,
can we bring it
I'm
in?
trying to be you.
Can we
I'm
bring
trying
it
to
in?
be drunk all day.
Can we bring it in? Like, can we all bring it in and get?
Hold on.
Don't touch me right now. Cause
Should I get Zubac?
why are you touching me?
I would say no, Gil.
Don't you?
Okay, Westbrook.
Don't touch.
Westbrook over Zubac.
Give
So
me
we
a
heard-
high five, man. Give me a high five. Let's bring it in. Give me a high five, brother. I love you, brother. Give me a high five.
Shy, you're messing up the Gil's Arena logo.
We good? We want to
Swag.
Bills Arena on 3? Oh, let's just make sure. Now back to Heat culture. It's kind of like Gil's culture, Gil's Arena culture.
What is Gil's Arena culture?
Yeah.
There's a
'cause-
little bit of. It sounds good, but when you're dealing with Gil, actually like dealing with Pat Riley, it's like fucked up, you know? Fucks your whole brain up every day. He's Pat Riley, so he's just I feel it. It sounds good, looks good. The world thinks, but when you actually dealing it with this motherfucker, you gotta take medicine after. This motherfucker's crazy.
Taking medicine?
Okay?
Swag is united the couch. By
Yo,
comparing
you
Gil to
okay
Pat
with being
Riley.
called Pat Riley?
Crazy. Look. He's
You want to be
smiling.
Pat Riley?
Culture. It works for him.
anyway.
I mean, he said it. I mean, when you got good players over there, you can call it whatever you want.
So he started. So I'm not saying it in a bad way, but
And then proceeds to
it
shit all
felt like
over
it
heat
was-
culture.
basically saying, well, when there's good players here, yeah, we call that shit
You culture.
it's heat culture. When I leave, Pat Riley be talking again. When you have really good players, you can name it whatever you want to name it. They've named it heat culture. Heat culture embodying, obviously, Pat Riley, what he's brought to that franchise in his time as team president and just overall godfather of South Beach.
I mean, it was the same thing I originally said about the Heat culture. Like, what was it when you was with the Lakers and you won all the championship? Was that Heat culture then? And, you know, when you went to New York Knicks, that was the first time you got to really control the team because you wasn't controlling the style that the Magic and them were playing. It wasn't the same style in New York, right? So when you got to New York, that was more of the grimy, let's get it out of the mud. So when you went to Miami, that's what you did. You put that get it out of the mud. But every championship you actually can claim, you have generational players behind it. You're talking about you have Magic Johnson, right? You Magic, and when he had Kareem was the GOAT at that moment. So you got the best point guard that ever lived in people's minds, right? Then you have the best big in everybody's mind, right? That ever lived, the scoring title. Like that's who you have. And then you come to Miami, then you get the most dominant big that ever lived as a title with the young Flash. And then your next title comes with LeBron James, who's fighting to try to be the best player that ever lived. What is Heat culture again? Because it has nothing to do with the titles. So it didn't come with the titles because those three entities that made you win championship has no Heat culture in it.
Yeah, like it's the opposite of heat culture.
Heat culture is really Jimmy Butler.
Let's explain heat culture. Shall we?
Sure.
Culture.
Did you ask?
Culture.
Did you ask ChatGPT what heat culture is?
So you ask yourself what
I want to know.
a philosophy is. What's the philosophy? The philosophy of toughness, conditioning, accountability,
Discipline.
teamwork,
Discipline.
showing up, next man up mentality. When you talk about when you come here, it's not about what we're going to have you do. It's about are you going to be willing to do it? Everybody has the same accountability here. No one man is above the crew. So the culture doesn't start with Jimmy Butler because it was here with Dwayne Wade. It was here with Tim Hardaway. It was here with Ronnie Cycli.
The legend.
So
Ronnie Cycli's a
heat
legend.
culture is not Pat Riley. Heat culture is show up, do your job like a professional.
But shouldn't that be everybody's
It
culture?
should be.
So what makes that different than everybody else? Like what one or two things?
Body fat test. Oh, we
Like
hate that
little
shit. We don't want to
things.
run.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Because I'm like, everything you described is how you should approach being a
Don't go out.
professional
Don't go
athlete.
out to Miami South Beach and party all night and be trying to come in here drunk.
That's Heat culture.
That's two.
You gotta,
Don't eat chocolate chip cookies
you
on the
gotta
plane.
like maintain like a.
So again,
Body fat all
just like Heat culture, where was that discipline and all
won
of
the
that
championships.
when Shaquille O'Neal,
Oh yeah.
Gary Payton, Antoine Walker got there? There was no.
They'll all tell you we all had to pay. We all had to pass the test.
They built
Juan told me
they built a
personally.
barbershop in the strip club. That
We
they was
gotta
there. So
pass the
They
test.
partied so much.
Still gotta pass the test.
There was no Heat
We
culture
still
there.
gotta pass the test. They all will tell you.
Now, I've talked to
Y'all will
everyone.
tell
The
you.
Heat culture is we win a championship, and when these guys leave, I slave everybody else. The real definition of Heat culture is what Jimmy Butler has done. You take a whole bunch of mediocre players, no generational talent, and you got them to the championship. His
Yeah,
championship.
isn't that like the
No, that's
like
just
the
something you just
definition of
made
heat
up.
culture?
You
No.
just made that up because
Everything
you've
you say-
seen it.
everything-
You haven't seen it since the bubble. Before the bubble, there was something called the Miami Heat. So don't give Heat culture credit to Jimmy Butler after the bubble. This is Heat
don't
culture
you-
for Jimmy Butler.
He's the
So what's
only one that
Sixers
actually
culture? Is it
fit.
Sixers culture? Is Sixers culture Jimmy Butler's culture?
No, it's the only-
Chicago Bulls culture Jimmy Butler
I would
culture.
say he's like the
Everything you mentioned,
archetype for
the only thing you
He wasn't
mentioned,
by himself there.
the only thing you mentioned about Heat culture, everything you named only functions outside of the rings.
You shitting on everybody that played for Miami Heat that know what Heat culture is.
I said everything outside of the rings. If you heard me from the beginning, I said, where is the Heat culture on his rings? Those are generational players where he alters his thing. He
How many rings
alters.
does he have?
A lot.
What, like 9 or something?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Magic and them.
Magic.
What are we talking about?
So did his philosophy only appear in Miami?
It don't appear nothing. It appears to be successful. If I have
I know,
9 championships,
but why?
You don't have-
So what do people call it prior to?
Yeah, I'm like,
culture?
when did this Heat
When did
culture
Heat culture
start?
start?
where is it? It's
So
in
I know
Miami.
he didn't do.
I know, but he's been successful. So why does it just?
he didn't
He
have it
didn't
in-
do it with Shaq.
He didn't have it in Shaq, so that ring don't count as Heat culture because they did not follow no rule.
at
They
all.
partied all night. They was
At
in the
all.
strip club all day. Who the fuck builds a barbershop in a strip club because you in there so damn long? So you might as well get your hair cut in there. That's Heat culture? Because you want to ring with that culture? Is that what Heat culture is? We want a ring, so party every night, drink all day, be at a strip club. We won a championship doing that, so is that Heat culture? No. So that means
Did they have to work, Gilbert? Did those guys practice ever? Did they run sprints?
I
Did
don't
they
know.
have,
Well,
did they
they-
have training camp? Because the narrative you're painting is that the Miami Heat
The one that
just
won the
showed
championship.
up.
The one that won the
Just
championship.
showed up and played. They never practiced. they
15
never
guys
sweat.
that was in the lottery.
They just went to the fucking barber shop in the strip club.
15 lottery guys.
They was older,
They had
too,
12
so they
lotteries.
didn't party.
He didn't do nothing. He couldn't control that team.
Couldn't control that team.
Yeah.
Right,
They won the
D
championship.
Wade though.
They had 12 lottery picks. Right? It was Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Wade. They were a great fucking team. Woo. You might need to start that. See, you think I just say this shit out loud when I don't have conversations that ask what it is. I don't think nobody remembers. I'm the first person
Who was that so-
talked about why LeBron left, about the cookies. Everyone thought I was fucking lying. That was how many years ago?
We heard that.
How many years ago? Five?
That wasn't the first time we
Five years ago when I said the story. 5 years ago. Now it's trending because
Dwayne Wade confirmed
because
the story.
Dwayne Wade confirmed what I said 5 years.
We also asked Norris
when
Cole.
he left. He left because of this.
The Heat culture.
That's crazy.
We asked Norris Cole and Greg Oden
So
about
he
it.
So
he
now-
left because of the Heat culture, not because of the cookies.
He left because of the cookies, dog. I mean, they confirmed it.
So the cookies is Heat culture.
Yeah, you take
No, yeah, he
somebody
tried
cookies?
to. No, yeah,
You take somebody cookies. Yeah.
Yeah, Heat culture is health, health, right?
I don't see how that's like. Why would you take my cookies?
Him
That's-
downstairs.
Heat culture is health, isn't it? And is it health?
Hey, where the cookies, motherfucker?
That's basically it.
Where the cookies?
Right?
He culture is mad.
What I'm saying is
Master
health.
said
It's
you
health,
can't have
right?
these cookies.
So the fact
Him
that
downstairs.
the fact that we're winning these championships and this is what we
Yep.
eating and you don't allow this shit, then how am I complaining about it? Because that's what we did. Now you're trying to say, hey man, this is what we need to do now. We are already successful.
We do have.
You took it, they left.
I don't know why you.
How dare you?
I don't know why you brought those out. If you noticed, the cookie jar used to be full,
It used to be. Somebody been eating my cookies.
and they all blame me, Shot. I did not have any of them. I know how y'all whisper behind my back.
Just imagine this being kryptonite. Just imagine. I can use this shit to slay the whole king. Hey, you want some of these cookies? I know you want some.
Hey, man, you
Hey,
don't
go
take
ahead,
the
put
man
your hand in
chicken.
here and get some of these cookies.
That's
You need some. It's like spinach and Popeye. He need it.
Yeah.
That's why y'all look like that out there. He ain't got the cookies. I got them. Him downstairs. Him downstairs. I'm downstairs.
But do you think they ate something? Remember LeBron said if anybody eat something, hit it out their hand. Did anybody eat something after they took the cookies?
Were they eating his?
Hey, I remember. Can y'all really just think about what we're talking about here, like in real life?
Yeah,
Chocolate chip cookies?
No.
Don't you do that to him.
What?
No,
Don't you do that. Don't you say that.
real life.
think about it.
A decision
Right?
a decision to remove cookies from a plane. You lost LeBron James.
Player in the
Right? Think about what I'm saying. You lost LeBron James over cookies. You lost who he is at that age. Imagine if he was still in Miami this whole time. Then you just lost Jimmy Butler on some bullshit.
Yeah. Think about why you losing your players.
You're Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
You lose them over something so little. You're losing your assets over
Petty
little petty things. That says more about you
Man.
than it does them.
Hey, can I ask a question? Did I get a championship out of my assets?
Yeah, you got one? Yeah.
He went
got
on got
three.
2 more after.
I think I got
Two more.
three.
He got two
He
more
got
after.
2 more.
Three.
After.
I got 3 out of my assets. 3 out of 4. I'm 3 out of 4 doing business my way.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm
it's-
3 out of 4
But that
doing it
doesn't
my
mean
way.
that you don't
That's
have to
ass backwards.
adjust.
Yeah.
Huh? Adjust to what? Somebody else's cookies? You want some cookies, nigga?
yeah, the same cookies I won 2 championships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So if you don't want the cookies, if we don't want you to have the cookies no more, hey, listen, we'll get Jimmy Butler out here.
Well, that didn't work.
And if we
Yeah,
can't
right.
get Jimmy, guess what?
No one else.
The
was
fucking
on.
show goes on. You don't think other players are gonna be born to be good and want to play in Miami? We ain't gonna read about
one's
it here
have
about
ever-
10 years
Not
from now?
anymore.
No
Yeah,
one's
watch
have
it.
ever played in
Watch it.
Miami.
Watch it.
After this might
No
be the
one
last
has
straw.
ever-
You said born? You think he gonna be around?
Nope.
You said somebody been born, somebody about to be born and be the next great player?
Regardless, the Miami Heat gonna be the Miami Heat. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he coached it in,
Can you name me?
They're gonna get more better players.
But-
Who's the best? Who is the free agent that they've ever gotten that's been good?
I don't know. But they'll get somebody next. They'll get somebody in the
They
next
have
10
to-
years.
They have to adjust
They
a
got
little
plenty
bit.
of time.
I'm talking about
OKC adjusted, didn't they?
free agency. You telling people that they want to go there as free agents, and you can't name one free agent that actually went there.
We don't need to.
There's free agents up
we got
every year
We got championships.
running
What the
around.
fuck we need to name names for?
No, because
We'll name
the
championships.
fact that you
Fuck
can't
them
get
names.
free agents to go to Miami is crazy.
But you
can't?
got championships off
Pat
of
Riley
big
can.
games though.
Jimmy Butler came, didn't he?
Traded,
You got traded there.
sir.
LeBron James came.
Traded, sir.
Oh, LeBron was traded.
Yeah.
He didn't do an announcement?
Trade.
He didn't say?
Trade.
Wasn't it-
That wasn't free agent. I thought that was free agency.
And trade.
It was not. It was a trade.
Oh, he,
Let's
got,
do a
he,
trade.
did, he did all that for.
Trade.
It was
Not
a
an
trade.
announcement?
Sign a trade.
They convinced. They
So
all
what's that?
convinced.
Is that free agency?
No.
No.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay. Sign and trade. Huh?
Yep.
So no free agents then, I guess.
Yeah.
Sign an extension, right?
I guess Dwayne Wade and LeBron James didn't have a conversation, and LeBron didn't call him and say, "Hey man, what we doing?"
Well, we're not taking away from
that's
what
not
they
free
did in the
agency.
past.
Go to
We're
New York.
saying
It's not free agency.
Moving forward, he's
Yeah,
gonna have to
moving
make
forward.
some adjustments to what Heat culture is.
we don't.
It wasn't a big.
Why would you do that? You think Apple's making adjustments for hiring people the way they hire? No.
Yeah.
You
they
come
had-
in here because it's Apple.
They had to.
We're not changing. We're not giving you your own bathroom.
They had to.
Everybody goes to the same bathroom. You ain't just adjusting nothing.
Did Apple became more sustainable? People started complaining.
No,
Yes.
they got fired.
No. They changed.
Fired.
They were destroying the
They
earth.
fired the creator of the own
Oh,
shit.
2003, Lamar Odom.
They were destroying the planet.
Oh yeah, from the Clippers. Yeah.
So Heat culture stays just the way it is. No problems at all.
Spur culture didn't change.
They,
I don't want to hear y'all
It
motherfuckers talk
depends,
about Spur
though.
culture.
it depends. I feel like
Well, look at the Spurs now.
They'll be all right. I mean, but they lost one before the season. Obviously, Pop Dillon with his health issues.
Spurs
time
are
for
Spurs.
Timmy to take over there.
Spurs gonna be the Spurs. They ain't
So,
never gonna change.
but in regards to Heat culture, largely centered around Pat Riley, what he's brought to the franchise, does Heat culture die out when Pat Riley actually does leave the team, or does it sustain on? Is it now a way of life in Miami?
You can still have Heat culture. It's just gonna be a little different.
Celtics culture, has that changed?
Lakers
Celtics-
culture has that changed?
Just the essence.
Yeah.
Essence of the Celtics.
No,
and
but
the culture
you
of
can
the
still
Celtics.
have the same.
Stuff.
But there's like little petty things that you need to just let
Yeah.
slide if you're gonna want to keep
You can't
winning.
say, but you can't
That's-
say this is your culture. Like it's just like having a dress code at a club, right? You have a dress code, and then a big celebrity wants to come in, and he's outside of your dress code, and you let him in, and him and his
shorts on.
friends, and then y'all rock out selling bottles, popping, and then when he leaves, the rest of the week you got normal people, but you're banging all your numbers on the person who came in here and rocked you out. Right?
let
That
him
is
in.
not your club style. You're making exceptions. Once you make an exception, it's not your culture. If you're using these numbers, if you're using your championships as Heat culture, but the culture when you're winning it is not part of your description. You can't tell me 7 players are sitting in the strip club all day. That's Heat culture. Heat culture's grind it out. We work, we do. That's Jimmy Butler and that crew. The last, whatever Jimmy Butler, whatever it is, bubble, that crew, that is the definition of Heat culture. There's no superstar. It's some good players buying into winning. That's Heat culture, right?
So UD don't know nothing about Heat culture.
Yeah, he's been there through
I'm
Heat
gonna
culture.
say he's
He's
personified.
like the
to you.
master.
Was he there before
Culture
Jimmy
master.
Butler?
He was.
How long did he play in the league?
A long time.
20 some
20
years. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Y'all killing me with this shit.
Wait, but what do you mean? Like, what does that
Yeah,
mean?
Udonis Haslam is Heat culture. Period.
Yeah, he was there for all of it.
When did we start?
And then it's
playing-
like, it's insulting to look at him. You look at him, you be like, hey, UD.
That's what I'm
UD
saying. When
speak
did
on
it
me.
start?
Heat
When did
culture
Heat
start
culture
coming?
become a thing?
Cause I don't remember Heat cultures with LeBron.
Because didn't they put it on the
No,
court
there was
and
no
shit?
Heat culture.
No,
A top
all I
3
mean-
player in Heat culture,
I don't remember.
or the Miami Heat told me.
When did
Real
he-
right will tell you about
But when
Heat
did,
culture.
when
Yes.
did like, because they started putting it on the court and shit.
Yeah,
That was
so
recent.
when did that happen? Yeah.
Let's just
It's
say
established over a long period of time.
Right, but
Let's-
it didn't have a name.
It didn't have a
just
name.
was what
It
it
didn't
have a
was.
name.
No,
When
it just
did the
wasn't.
name
It was
happen?
just what it
Like, when did they
was.
If you wasn't around the culture, you wouldn't know the name. It wasn't national, but it
So-
was a name.
No, exactly. It was like an understood thing. So when
Yes.
they started throwing it out there and trademarking it, and
Yeah.
shit,
So
when did
was
that happen?
In the bubble?
Does it matter?
yes.
The bubble, right?
Does it matter?
Yeah, because
That's-
now it's turned into something not
Yeah.
good.
Why is it not good?
Because
it's not
no one
good
wants
for
to go
players-
do it.
No, for players who are lazy and don't want to fucking work hard, yeah.
Wait. So when did they officially say this is Heat culture?
Well, they say that it was established in 1995 when Pat Riley joined the team.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
when
they
it
didn't have,
technically
like,
got the
that
name
big-
Heat coach.
They didn't win it.
1995. Was that Ronnie Cycli in them?
Shout out to
Damn, that boy
Successful
know his
Heat.
shit.
So no championship, no championship,
Damn,
no
that boy
championship,
know
no
his
championship,
shit.
no championship,
Tim
no championship,
Hardaway.
no championship, no championship, no championship, no championship.
Established
Right?
Heat culture.
And then the one year they don't have Heat culture, oh my God, they win a championship. Party like we rock stars.
So
Championship.
Cycli actually left the Heat. in
And then
1994.
Shaquille O'Neal comes or leaves, then it's Heat culture, Heat culture, Heat culture, and then LeBron James comes. No more Heat culture, championship. Then you try to pull a Heat culture on him, then he left. Then it's Heat culture. It's been Heat culture ever since.
I hope the Heat players respond to this.
Me too.
I know
want them to
one.
play better.
I know
I
a
hope
few
them
players.
all talk about Heat culture because Gil say that shit is fake. That shit
Jimmy
ain't
Butler
real.
said it was
said
fake.
So why is he saying it?
'Cause he
Because he didn't
left.
get fucking paid. You know what girls do when they get kicked out? They go tell their girl, he did all this. It's his fault. Ain't no accountability. Then you gonna badmouth me. But get the fuck out of here, man. What are you talking about?
Ah, man.
We gave you the best platform. You perform, bro. You shouldn't be. What you gonna do that to us for? Just because you didn't get your bread? You shitting on your teammates that was playing with you, saying that.
Hey, have you talked to any Miami Heat people that won a championship?
Shit, weird. Andre Iguodala.
What year?
Well, he won with the Warriors.
No. For Heat culture.
Oh, Antoine Walker. I played with Antoine Walker.
And he said that was Heat culture?
Yeah, he was complaining about the body fat shit.
But he was Heat culture?
He was complaining big time.
'Cause that was the first
Hated
time.
that shit.
I would too.
So yeah, the strip club and the drink, that's Heat culture. Okay, because I've talked to players on that team doesn't match
Don't think
your
I-
definition.
I'm about to say-
I've talked to the people that the
Alonzo
Dwayne
Mourning-
Wade
Alonzo Mourning.
and the Dwayne
Love-
Wade.
love
Oh, yeah,
the Heat
the
culture.
Dwayne Wade.
I mean, I like the Heat culture. I think
Love
it's
it.
really
And
I think
LeBron
it's a dope
James,
thing,
right? Aren't they part of the
but now
Heat
it's
culture?
turning into something negative
It ain't.
because of the Jimmy
It's
Butler
not.
shit.
No, it ain't turning into anything.
Because he basically just shit all over it.
This
They-
generation is easily manipulated by things that are not true. That's all that is. It's not true.
I've had several conversations with a man who has 3 rings in there. The culture when he got drafted there was very different from when Shaq got there. Very different culture. And then it was very different when LeBron got there compared to before LeBron got there, after Shaq left, and then after Dwayne, what's the name, left. Very different. So there is 2 cultures. One is called Heat culture, and then one is the superstar. When Shaq won the championship, it was Shaq culture. When Dwayne Wade and LeBron got there, it was LeBron James and Dwayne Wade culture. Very different
Check
culture.
your chat GPT thing. It said 2000.
Actually-
Brown got there. That's what it said. Came.
No.
Let's look.
No, he checked
what did
the
you
chat
ask?
GPT. He ain't like what ChatGPT
It
said.
said 2011, 2012.
That's when Heat culture started.
That's when I
You checked the ChatGPT.
Never fares well when I have to do these.
That's
type
it,
of
when
things.
the-
Lexi,
who
you
was the
know
first
me,
player
I'm
that-
not-
But like what? Like,
I
but
just
what,
showed you.
why?
I showed you a body bag. I didn't even bring it out. I just put it in my
We
pocket.
want Heat culture to be successful.
Yeah.
We like Heat culture because we like the fact that guys can go there, be professional, be disciplined, play basketball, live in Miami. We want Pat Riley to ease up a bit so we can get
It's
his
okay
good
to-
players
it's
there
okay to
again.
adapt
Nobody
a
wants to
little
go there.
Who are you talking about?
Free agents.
Who? Who you talking about?
All of them that
You
didn't
said
go there.
Nobody wants to go there. You ain't saying no names. That's a generalization, and you're putting a narrative out there that nobody wants to go there with no proof.
But
And everybody's gonna believe
Well,
it
did
like,
Dame Lillard
damn.
wanna go
I
there?
keep hearing no
Did
one
Dame
wants to
wanna
go
go- did
there
Dame Lillard
by
wanna go
people
there?
who ain't never going there. But then
But-
everybody who want to go there, like, y'all would love to go to Miami.
But why they not?
But why are they? Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to
you
say
have to
names
prove
because
the-
every year there's free agency. Every year, none of them go to Miami. So why do we have to say specific names?
They don't fit.
Oh,
Oh,
They don't fit.
They
in
don't
culture.
fit who they want. They probably don't want none of the guys that are available. In
I mean,
free
that
agency.
could also be very
That
true.
could be very true. If
makes
you're a
sense.
good GM, you want who you want.
Yeah, that could be true also.
Yeah, but that ain't the narrative.
the players
That's not the
that-
narrative. The narrative is
that
other, the other
player don't
shit.
sound like Martin. He could have signed there, but he
Nigga,
took less money to
I'm
go
out of
somewhere else.
this bitch. Huh? Like,
So?
that's weird that the Heat player says this is not it, right? But you still want to fight what the player's saying.
He's disgruntled.
Okay.
But does that say something? Did somebody take less money to go somewhere else?
This game tonight is going to be amazing.
What does that say about PG and the Clippers? The Clippers is a bad organization because
He took more money.
He took more.
Yeah.
They're bad because he took more.
He took more.
He took
Are
more,
they
though.
bad?
What's the name took
Are
less?
they-
Miami was offering him
I'm
more.
asking, is the
No.
Clippers worse because he took more?
I'm just saying. But they offered him more. I'm pretty sure if the Clippers would have offered him that, he would have stayed.
And you think that Jimmy Butler would have offered, if they would have offered Jimmy Butler his shit, he would have stayed? If they'd have gave him that?
Yes.
That's
Talk
what
to
he
me
said.
then.
Yes.
Talk to me then. Is the Heat culture be fucked up if Jimmy Butler got his money? I don't want to hear you niggas talk to me, man. Y'all leave me
that?
alone, man.
What does that got to do?
Leave me alone. Jimmy Butler get his money. We ain't talking about Heat culture fucked up, is we?
But I'm talking about what?
Answer my question.
I mean, we can't say that
That's-
because
No, we
you ain't
can
gotta-
say that. We
but-
can say that because Jimmy
But
Butler
that was
takes
the
his
argument
money.
about, right?
but he
He's
didn't.
still with the Heat.
But again, you said, what if they didn't want him there no more
Asking you
because he
this.
doesn't
if
fit
he
anymore?
takes his money and they pay him, he gets what he wants.
And he's happy
We
with
don't
we
hear a
about.
narrative about this shit that we're talking
No
about.
facts.
Okay,
I've
thank
talked
you,
about
Lexi.
the Heat culture.
Thank
But
you.
no,
and the
we've,
Heat
but
culture
we've
for
talked about it
years.
for a while.
I've
We've
said
talked
it.
about it before.
Because I've
this.
talked to the
Thank you.
player.
But yeah, no. If he
But if he
getting-
gets
the
that, they might
situation's
make a run.
different.
They might even make a
talked
run again.
I've talked to the players
Shit's
about
crazy.
Heat culture. The people who are there, the people who are there. Norris said it from his fucking mouth that it was very different. Cole said it from his mouth that Heat culture, when LeBron there, wasn't Heat culture. When LeBron left, fuck, Heat culture came. You use these rings to slave the rest of us. He said it out as a player said it out of his mouth. He was there with LeBron to win it, and then he witnessed what heat culture was when LeBron left. Very different rules. Jimmy Butler is the superstar. You think Jimmy's Butler rules are the same as everybody else? Because if it was, he wouldn't have been fined and all this stuff doing his normal thing, flying on his own plane when he wants to. Don't stay at the hotel, stays at an Airbnb.
Oh, he was doing that.
Yes.
Right? Yes, he was.
The nigga, he stays at an Airbnb. He don't stay with he stayed in the Airbnb. Is that heat culture? Don't sound teamish to me.
Yeah.
Supportive of the local
Superstar
community.
do what the superstar does.
Yeah.
So we
You think just randomly he was just gonna fly private away from the team and sleep somewhere else? No, they just knew his habits because they allowed it because he is Jimmy Butler.
But once they got mad, that's when they.
That's when they did. Okay, we know he gonna try to fly. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. Yeah, come on.
So we asked the chat, heat culture is for real or fugazi? More than 4,000 votes, 70% of the chat thinks that heat culture is fugazi.
Damn.
But let's move back to Jimmy real quick before we get to Mosey fans. So it's being reported that the Heat are planning to make a nice gesture towards Jimmy despite the way things ended between them. So according to Heat beat writer Ira Winderman, the Heat are expected to offer a tribute video to Jimmy Butler during tonight's game. Considering how things went down in Miami leading up to his departure, including a very public feud with Pat Riley and Jimmy saying he lost his joy playing basketball with the Heat, do you agree or disagree with the Heat offering Jimmy Butler a tribute video?
Didn't he cry when Jimmy left? Yeah. So
Drop to his knees, saying, baby, please.
I
Baby,
thought
please,
so,
baby,
yeah.
please.
So they did offer him, right?
Baby, please, baby, please, don't leave me.
He's offering.
So they did offer him.
You
but
see
he
what they
said
voted?
no.
Everyone is so anti-heat culture right now. Pat Riley need to reel that shit in. He's
I
offering.
forgot about that. He cried, right? Like, please, Jimmy.
Baby, I'm just lying.
Come on, Jimmy.
Please.
Little Jimmy.
I don't think Pat Riley said that.
He's a little
Please don't leave me. Please.
But do you agree or disagree with the Heat offering Jimmy Butler tribute
yeah.
video? 2 finals appearances,
Yeah.
He deserved it.
It's the right
confidence
thing.
coffee,
Right thing to do.
Jimmy
Hey,
Butler.
man, you see that motherfucker out there playing dominoes, man. You don't give a fuck about what they do.
Right?
Having a blast.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
That motherfucker on
good
South
stuff.
Beach
The
talking about
Warriors-
domino.
The Warriors do have fun in Miami. It be
Domino.
That he posted it makes it funnier.
with
Look
the
how
regular
much
folks.
fun I'm having.
With the regular folks.
With his auntie hairnet on. Not giving a fuck.
Ding.
His new bestie.
20. 20.
Bestie.
45, 47. 20.
Rashad gonna kill us.
Yeah, right, man?
Hey, man, he gonna kill us.
Rashad, it's okay. It's okay,
They
Rashad.
jumping me today. They
You'll have
jumping my ass.
everything you
Jumping
need
who?
for Thursday.
You motherfuckers are jumping in the hole. What you mean? You jumping, you motherfuckers jumping in the
Thursday.
hole.
Hey, happy nigga motherfucker. We.
And jump in that bitch together. I'll wrap y'all up and sell y'all all collectively.
We like the ones that know they're gonna die, but we happy about it.
Wee.
It's gonna be a good process. So,
It's
back
gonna
to
be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Back to the question at hand. Do you agree or disagree with the Heat offering Jimmy Butler a tribute video in his return to Miami? Lex, you're giving a thumbs up. You think that he deserves a tribute
Oh,
video?
yeah, for sure.
What if it's just a video of Pat Riley?
I'm waiting to see what we can say. I'm waiting.
Give him the middle
Fucking
finger.
hilarious. just Pat the whole time. A slideshow of Pat. Pat doing her fun
Photos.
shit.
Just photos. Not even video.
Eating
Just
shit.
pictures.
Hey, our favorite meal, Jimmy. Remember this meal? Shit.
Drinking.
Just pictures of Pat Riley.
Nah, low key. Listen, sometimes, man,
Nah, you
especially
can't do that.
Miami Heat, like you can't give him a video. Fuck that. You gotta actually stand up in the
You
snap.
got to.
You got it.
to.
Like
You
I'm
can't.
sorry. Like I
Nah,
get it.
Oh, he can't say
But y'all
how
at
business.
war.
Nah, we had war.
Shambles.
You have a motherfucking blue.
Well, he's
Look,
losing.
He has the white and red Heat shit in his hair. He has the colors in his hair.
Yes, Pat
He's
Riley's
trolling.
Wait,
exactly.
he has that for this evening?
Yes.
Damn.
He is losing. Pat Riley
I
is
know,
losing.
but at the end of the day, this is still basketball, and he's still a
You got to change it. though.
He's
You
still
gotta-
a villain. Like, no, I mean, sometimes you go into cities and you be like, yeah, thank you for all you did.
If they gonna boo or they
Yeah.
gonna cheer. If they cheer,
I think
they're
they-
against
You have a video for
they're
cheer.
against Pat Riley. If the
No,
fans
man.
cheer
Bro,
for
wait.
Jimmy
No.
Butler, they cheer for him. They're like, yeah,
Bro,
Pat
this
did
is
the
gonna
right
be
thing.
so
If they
interesting.
boo
But people
Jimmy,
like
Pat Riley
they did the right
like
thing.
drove him away essentially.
I'm just saying for the fans.
So, yeah, so if the
perception
fans
that we're
boo
talking
or
about,
cheer,
they
that's
they
what
with
we
they
see.
with Pat.
Just
gonna
make it a
see it.
Wiggins
I have
tribute
two
video.
videos just in case.
They with Pat.
You're gonna have to see.
I have two videos just in
You need
case.
to hit someone up who gonna
Wait,
get
wait
the
for the
game.
crowd. Like,
So if they don't play the tribute video,
That means
you're
they
gonna hear
booed.
boos. If they don't play the tribute video, they'll boo it. If they play the tribute video, they'll cheer it.
Nah, I think you move past it. You got to play the tribute. You got to be the
Told
bigger
you,
person.
peace offering, gotta do it.
Think about it though.
Pat Riley
You
looks
do.
real funny right now.
you made me look dumb already.
He made
No,
himself look
no,
dumb.
you would do that if you was the GM. Yes.
I mean, if we had a falling out like that and I cried to my knees, you got that laughed over me? Oh, hell no. Boy, hell no. Boy, I done broke down to you. But I prayed. I threw all my ego out the way. Please, Jimmy, come on. I'm sorry. Don't even worry about what I said. I'll
But
fix
did
it.
that really-
And you
that really
over here
happen?
sitting like this. And I'm out. Oh, my God.
that didn't really happen. That really happened.
I'm gonna be in that motherfucker editing shit like crazy. So when you come back, just waiting. Soon as you walk in the building, play. Bing. I'm gonna play while you shooting just so you can see what's about to come. Fuck your head up before the game.
Let's see what they do.
Oh no, do they cheer for OKC? Cheer for KD, right?
Not that first time back, right? They had the,
Oh,
they had the
nah,
cupcakes and the
that's what-
snake. Yeah, that's
I
what
was,
you,
I was there. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I forgot.
I forgot.
they had the
about that.
cupcakes
That
and the
was
snake.
bad.
Yeah, they did it right.
Just play an Andrew Wiggins tribute video.
They did it right there. That's
our
what
new
you're
head
supposed
coach
to do.
right now.
Cleveland,
forgot,
did
yeah.
Cleveland play a tribute video?
LeBron? Nah,
No, I don't know. Did they?
I don't know.
Oh, no, they didn't play one?
not the first time.
Maybe
No
next
way. You know,
year, Jimmy.
They didn't give.
Maybe next year. Jimmy
No, that's what I'm
back.
saying.
You don't mean that shit.
But-
The fact that
It's too
The-
fresh,
the
maybe.
Too fresh.
the
yeah.
fact that Cleveland didn't play one, they out there burning jerseys and
They was
fuck
just
him
burning
that.
jerseys.
Yeah,
But
that's the
did,
crowd.
did
Liquidness,
Boston
I
play
believe.
one for
Are
Kyrie?
Miami fans,
He wasn't
are
there
they
long
carrying on like that?
They hate
He
Kyrie.
did 2 years.
No, but it wasn't there late. He wasn't there long enough.
Were the
No, they did-
Heat
yeah, he
fans
wasn't there.
carrying on like
They was
that?
booing
about
them all
Jimmy Butler?
finals.
Huh?
Remember?
No,
I feel
I
like the
remember all
Heat
that.
fans have just been kind of in a weird place about it all.
But the Heat fans themselves is gonna be happy for Jimmy because he did take him to the championship 2 times. Like he was everything
I think
that
he
the
got
city
them on the
needed.
side when he's like, I don't have.
But then he
not
taxed them
happy-
on coffee
not happy
prices.
That's
here
what I was
anymore.
saying about his departure and what he was doing and how he was doing it. You losing your teammates and the fans because they don't know what's the perspective. They don't know what's going on. They can't judge it because we not talking about it. So you just look crazy.
Well, they do know that since Jimmy's been gone, the team has been a high pack of mid.
So what you doing? You give him a? Would you give him a tribute? No.
It's war.
He wouldn't do it.
It's war, yeah. It's
War.
war.
Nah, fuck him.
But
We
can't-
Spoiled
No,
coffee.
but
man.
we seen teams do. We seen teams do it. Like we seen Miami. We seen OKC.
But it's
We
I
seen-
might, hey, I might
At least
send,
that first-
I might send him through the little security
What?
camp, the little
What?
security scanner like 4, 5, 6 times. Nah, Jimmy, what's
the
up?
OKC? It was Russ. He was back in the.
Yeah, he was
Nobody's
pushing that
on
shit.
Miami right now going against Jimmy.
Playing some drugs in
talking
his
trash.
leg.
Who's on Miami riding with Pat Riley
On the team?
on the team? Like actively talking about Jimmy. Nobody.
Oh, in the
Nobody
public.
sent
In the
shots.
public. No, they asked them, but they wouldn't. They like.
They kept it real.
They just, yeah.
They
They
kept
was
it
like-
I think
real.
Spo telling them not to
They kept it real
adjust it.
P, all of them. Except
Because I
for
think,
Kevin.
yeah,
Except for Kevin.
Tyler Heroes was
Except for
alluding to
Kevin-
saying some shit past
For
on.
Kevin Love.
Bam
Kevin
didn't
Love
really.
didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin Love's meme game. I see you go, bro.
Very elite.
Let's move on to Mostly Fans. Presented by the good folks at Underdog. Download the app, use promo code GIL. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick 'em. You can be like our very own Cemetery Larry, take Jimmy Butler lower, 0.5 3-pointers. You don't think he's going to?
I mean, is it Thursday yet? I want the party, though.
Gil, so we have some good news,
I was like, that shot kicked in. All I'm thinking about is that party, man.
some reassuring news.
You got some things? You got
coming
some
up.
Things coming?
Bible study will
Not
be
picking up.
second floor.
You're not
No,
gonna show up to your own.
Athletes in action.
No, they're not picking up. You know, you got no price behind it. They start stalling and
Well, I have the underdog corporate card.
I was thinking about that. I was trying to figure out
With
my,
the security
what's my
code.
budget. I can go to a couple different places depending on the budget.
Only fan, yeah.
They- they don't pick
mostly
up.
fans.
They don't pick up either.
They don't.
No, they don't pick it. You got to book them. It's just book.
That's what I'm saying. I need the budget so I can
when they
book
get
it.
when they
The
when they
booking
get here,
budget.
you know,
It's booking and
Yeah, look at
budget.
the
You
buy-
got
booking.
booking info. Yeah.
no pimp. Like you got. It's just a little thing. You just got to read.
They ask how much you got. I say, shit, I don't know. I don't know
Talking
how
about
much you
Fig
got.
now.
Pimp my arena. So we got a question from underdog user Marky2416. He wants to know who has better court vision, Luka or LeBron? Who has better court vision, Luka or LeBron?
Luka.
Luka.
Bruh.
Yeah, I saw you straighten up and fix your Luka Doncic jersey
Luka.
with the removed logo. Just the legs now. Just two legs
Got more
poking out.
court vision
Better court vision, Luka or LeBron?
now, or just like
It does
including
not
LeBron
specify
back
a
then?
time or date.
Yeah.
It merely says who has better court vision, Luka or LeBron, with a question mark.
I'm gonna go Brian right now.
You were going LeBron, Raymond James.
Until Luca passed him in like assists and stuff. So
Okay. But this side of the couch says Luka. Gil, I know your choice. And vote. Give Marky2416 his bread. And speaking about giving bread, still doing our Gillian subscriber giveaway. I'm happy to report that the Gills Arena YouTube channel, 993,000 subscribers right now. We are 7,000 subscribers away from 1 million. I mean 1 Gillian subs. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to work with me real quick, okay? I'm gonna break the script and tell you the truth. We need to get to 1 million by Thursday. Okay? Is Larry's Arena?
They're hoping. Listen, they're hoping you get there Thursday, because selfishly, because I'm gonna be live Friday and Saturday, I'm gonna be celebrating without them.
Gil, we come to your house.
Okay?
yeah, celebrate Monday too. So every
No, it ain't no be. No, we already did it. The fans ain't gonna want to see it twice. The fans ain't gonna want to see it twice. So for the rest of the crew, y'all want to get to 7,000.
Rest, like,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because we're
I-
part of this.
Yeah, they want to be a part of it, so y'all got to help them out.
So we have less
'Cause I'm like Kobe when I had Kwame Brown them on the tee. It's all
smush
anyone. Yeah, I got smushed in there like, boy, y'all better just watch out. This is a one-man show.
can't even
Right?
talk to him, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are less than 48 hours away. We need 7,000.
Hey, Phil, why you got them in the game?
Do not let Gil have a party by himself for all the hard work that we have done for this entire crew and staff. We need 7,000 subscribers in the next 48 hours so we can have our turn up, celebrate our 1 million.
What's up,
So-
moms? What's up, moms? How you doing? Everybody, we made it. I'm gonna wear a suit and tie next time.
For the
We'll be
men,
Larry's Arena.
You can wear a suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the
Oh,
suit
y'all
on.
dressing
We
up?
may or may not have some special guests pulling up. There may or may not be some
got
work.
new wardrobe
Y'all
collection.
dressing
wearing a
up?
suit
Y'all
Thursday?
dressing up
Got
on
some-
Thursday?
Little Brioni. I don't know if you know what Brioni is.
Not
You're not-
that.
I'm
Look it
more of a
up.
Bernini
Not-
type.
Look it up.
I buy my suits at the outlet.
You ain't trying to come up?
I'm not dressing up.
You ain't trying to
Sitting on
come
the-
up?
I'm sitting on the
You
couch.
gonna come with
special?
You ain't trying to come up?
With the all black.
Huh?
No.
I'm coming.
It's your
Ain't
moment.
coming.
CBS, TNT,
It's your moment.
He just went.
Would you
Time to
say,
shine.
who is it?
ESPN.
He doing the Stephen A. fit.
You ain't trying to.
Who's the maker of
He gonna
your
be dressing
suit?
like Steve.
Brioni.
Brioni, Gil.
The suits?
Brioni.
It's
Y'all
the same
finna pop
suit.
out.
I ain't gonna lie. I went to Macy's and stuff and was looking at suits like, man, who the fuck wears this shit?
You gotta go to Top Shop, man.
Where?
Top Shop or Zara or something. Get the cheap, good suits, man.
They have suits at Zara.
Yeah.
Cheap,
Get
good
the
suit.
cheap, good suits, man. Urban Outfitters, something like that.
Urban Outfitter.
Like I'm over here. Like,
Something. One of them up for every
Nick, what
copy
do you
and
be
fit.
saying
Shit like
Hey,
that.
look, you know my
Acrobatics and fit.
What?
Republican. What's it
The
called?
Great Republican.
Great Republic.
Yeah, the Great Republic.
You can see we wasn't wearing suits.
The Great Republic. The Great Republic. That's it. Nick, that's it. That's it. The Great Republic.
You can see we
Urban
wasn't wearing
Outfitters
suits in
and Great
Washington.
Republican.
The Great
Get a suit
Republican.
full. I'm about to spend
Wait,
that
what
much.
store is he even talking about?
Oh,
He's not
go
talking
to
about
the
the
Republic.
Republic.
Oh.
Talking about
Outfitters.
no, he's talking about people. He's not talking about no outfit. He's talking
Great
about actual
Republican.
people in the
Great
world.
Republican.
Nonetheless,
Like,
The
where
Great
do you, like,
Republican is the
Republic
first.
Besides the
Outlet.
ones
What's
who
it
like
called?
make it, like, where do you
What's
go to
it
get
called?
suits?
Republic.
Gil, I wear suit t-shirts.
You
You know
said
how
go
to
to Publix.
Goes to Republic. It started with, you know, the
Banana Republic?
yeah, Banana Republic.
Banana Republic.
Yeah,
No Diddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and get some cheap suits. Go get your little cheap suits.
Like, I thought there used to be like suit stores, like from the movies.
Men's
They
warehouse.
still got them, bro.
Man, hey,
tuxedo, the tuxedo
The
place.
tuxedo.
Burlington
Store?
Coat Factory, more
What?
than just
What?
coat.
The tuxedo store, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, like
I'm
the
sure
brown
that
flower, you get the,
exists.
yeah, with the top C.
Where I got my,
You ain't
But-
go to the mall and you ain't see them random shops just
Yeah.
full of suits.
Go rent one of them.
Anyway, we got $2,000 we're going to give away on this show as a part of our Gillian subscriber giveaway at 992,000. Get us to $1 million in the next 48 hours, please. I don't ask you for much.
Oh, y'all got 48 hours.
So our first winner, TK Adams 032. TK Adams 032, you have $1,000 coming from Underdog. Our next winner, Legendary 40. Legendary 40, you have $1,000 coming from Underdog. Gil, you're rich. I think you should spruce it up. If we can hit $1 million in the next 48 hours, can you give them something else in addition to the Gillian subscriber giveaway? You are rich.
Put another $1,000.
But if I throw in some money, then they gonna try to get to the Thursday. But I wanted to be part of the Thursday because I want to party. I really don't want to do on Friday because I know you're gonna be mad at me on Monday. And I was planning on not making that show. So,
Damn, you always gonna be selfish?
bitch, we was gonna party. I was partying with you.
Little G-Lo. Little G-Lo. Hey,
Huh?
y'all have access
Nah,
to the
y'all
doc
got- y'all-
showing your underdog, throwing your underdog username?
Y'all got underdog. Y'all in the chat?
Yeah. Did you use
I
promo
don't-
code
I
GIL?
don't- we don't pick it. I'll give out what you want, 5,000 cash?
Damn.
Damn, you went far.
I give out 5,000 cash.
Gil will give out 5,000 in
If,
addition.
only if we are at $1 million on Thursday.
You heard that.
I would cash app you $5 grand. on
5,000
Thursday.
additional. That we are trying to get to this
You
million,
know
ladies
what?
and
I'll
gentlemen.
add $100 to that.
$5,100. $5,100.
Underdog will
Hey,
give
how much
10
that?
fans merch as well.
And we are giving away
Undisclosed
Gil's
merch.
Arena
$100.
merch as well to 10 more fans. So we got $5,100. 10
Can't say
fans getting Gil's
$100
Arena
too.
merch.
And Lexi will go out on a date with you paid by Lexi.
Wow, damn.
You just gotta check.
No, I will not be.
No,
That is a
Lexi,
lie.
Lexi has refused to go on a date.
Just like
That is a lie.
Lexi, you're supposed to do what every other
Woman
woman do.
lie.
Wait till they do it and then be like, psych.
Right?
I'm not a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not
So,
gonna lie.
this has been another episode of Gil's
Went up
Arena presented by
2,000,
Underdog. We'll see y'all tomorrow.